Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of Curse of Strahd. Last time on Curse of Strahd, you all had gotten yourself into... Wow, it has been a while. I'm trying to remember what happened before you entered this room. You entered into, ascended up the stairs with the purple key active. After ascending upward, you entered into a room which had an accountant inside. An accountant who seemed very despondent about their life and not particularly, eager to contest against you. They greeted you mostly warmly, and after some persuasion of the charming variety, you all managed to convince them to take a vacation because they've been working for too long. You saw around the castle. They went up and ascended up the stairs, talked over with Strahd's brides, talked to Rawhead on the floor up above, and now they're currently sitting near the top floor of the castle where you heard the sounds of a grand beating, a ba-bump, ba-bump, ba-bump from up there, along with being able to see an airship bombarding down onto Baba Lasaga's hut. After descending back down, you opened up the chests inside of the room. It picked up a couple of things, including a deck of many things. And you entered into a room with a throne inside of it, filled with over 100 vampires. The Sunblade made quick work of them, basically turning them all to ash. They got, just incinerated. It wasn't even fair. Somebody, I don't remember who, looked through the cushions of the throne and found one of the keys, of which you took and landed into your possession. Then, as you were heading back, a number of Nabasu went up the stairs and started following you. Incredibly tanky, with about 550 hit points apiece, the wares started forming a defensive perimeter behind you to try and hold them back, as the rest of you ascended up the staircase and are currently inside of the room that you found, which is where Strahd's brides and husband went after you as you entered. They immediately went on the attack. They have various different abilities, and that's where you are right now.
We stand the Viking. I know I said this last time, but...
Wiz, give me the charisma save of Ludmilla.
Her charisma save is +10.
Oh, what a shitter.
Does our other Keenminder win something from one of those two?
Give me...
Alright, we're back with this music. Let's go!
Give me...
Figma.
Status immunities of Ludmilla?
Ludmilla is immune to frighten.
Wow, what a chump.
Only one immunity? Ugh.
It's a good thing our only person with frightened is...
Did they use legendary resistances? I can't remember.
Some of them have used, legendary resists, yes. I will tell you how many each have used. This one has... Wait, you can't see my arrow, never mind. Now you can. This one has used 2, this one has used 3, and then neither of these two have used any so far.
Okay.
Well, obviously means they
Which
don't
ones?
have any.
Valenta and Astra.
Escher has used 2, Ludmilla has used 3, and then these two have not used any legendary resists.
We don't know how many they have, though, right?
You do not.
Correct.
Okay.
Probably 3. But we have no idea.
Before 7.
A lot of legendary resistance.
Can you remind us which one's which class? Because I think we pretty much figured it out, didn't we?
I mean, you basically have assumed that she is a rogue, she is an alchemist, he is a paladin, but you're not quite sure if this one has a equivalence so far. Now, I believe that was the general understanding.
But to me,
Go ahead and swing 4 times at Anastasia and see if I could knock down this Hunger of Hadar, since I think they're the ones that has it up, right?
They were the one who cast it, yes.
Alright. Well, I still see them. So. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You use our advantage because you're mounted, right?
My mount's bigger than them.
Yep.
Alright.
Alright,
Well,
well,
if
she
I hit.
will cast shield to block the first one, but the second one will still hit.
Oh, that's all I needed.
Ouch.
Make that con save.
Take that con save. Wait, hold on. I don't. It's like 40 something. Panic?
Yeah.
Oh,
She
I
will
went down
legendary resistance to keep
Yeah,
her
that's what I figured.
concentration.
Damn, her con save is good.
Well, guess I gotta do it again. Bonus action.
That one doesn't hit.
Wow.
Now it's supposed to be an advantage. Forgot.
Oh, that's a
Dang it. No, that's not gonna hit. Dang it.
Search. Do it again.
Alright, I do still have my action search. That was just my first floor. Let's
You have
go!
infinite. Let's go.
Oh, hold on. I rolled.
with the advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Will you hit?
The 37 will hit.
Oh, no, hold up. And not it doesn't have the mark strike on that one.
So it's just 13.
It's the yeah, just 13.
Alright. She looks incredibly wounded.
Does she know?
Roll
Which
that
one?
con save. Wait, can I even fail that one?
And she can't.
No, she can't. It's a 26. Dang it. Alright, that's it. Well, at least for me, at least. Oh wait, no, it isn't. 1 and 2 will just attack the lowest of the vampires that are around here.
I believe that would be this one. Yeah,
Oh,
but I
wait.
don't know if that's in range.
Actually, 1 and 2 can't even see because they're blind. They're not
Blinded.
blinded. There. You know, I guess they're effectively blinded, right?
Yeah, it's effectively blinded.
All right. So they're just going to attack. I guess it'll be one of these two. If I roll a 1, it'll be the top one. If it's a 2, I attack the bottom one.
Which I don't see where you were pointing.
Sorry. 1, 2.
Alright.
Well, they're attacking
one.
this one. Oh, this one. All right. $22.18.
The 22 hits. His attacks are considered magical, or theirs?
Yes.
Alright, minus 23.
All right, that's it.
We still got 5 more turns.
Amazing.
I cast Fear. Fear.
I need to pull up their sheet. Because Aqua's busy right now, I think.
Yes, sorry.
That's enough to hit like all of them apart from the vampire on the left, right?
Yeah, I think that should be hitting like everyone there. I think you're like technically hitting your own mount there, but immune to fear because of you.
The best. That is a DC 26 wisdom save, most likely. Yeah, wisdom save.
There are a lot of different vampire spawn sheets I need to look through to find the right one.
Sorry, I am back now. Let me find the correct one.
Okay, I found it.
Oh, nice.
DC 26. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these in there. I do believe that means that they are now all frightened. Actually, no, wait. Thanks to someone, they actually are all immune to frightened, so they're just going to be menaced instead, except for that one.
Hey.
I will place their menace status.
Oh, and I also need to roll for here. Wait, she is also going to be menaced.
I see. Then, in true menacing fashion, I would like to attack everyone who has been menaced at normal, I guess, because advantage and disadvantage. So, I'm just gonna go like imagine like we're just gonna go from like the vampire spawn in the bottom left up the L, ending with attacks on Anastasia.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then for the vampire, let's see. Curse you, shield.
Are you doing this, Aqua, or am I doing this?
I can add it as you pile your blade into several of them. Well, Lance, Dory.
I think
You
it's
don't
more
know
like a crescent sort of sweep as we move up. Now we'll end here.
Can you? There is an enemy right there.
I see. Then I will end.
All of these vampires here, the spawns are looking about half dead at this point. They're quite hurt.
10 feet.
Um,
I'll end here.
However, I believe they are regenerating.
I'm not sure if you're just moving through them. I don't know if you can do that.
You can move through them. That's difficult terrain, I believe. Well, even if they can't, Crick can fly.
I don't know if
Oh
our
wait.
good friend Cabalsas wants to be in Crib's mouth, but I would be ending her.
Also, both Atreus and actually, you're both immune to cold, aren't you?
Immune to cold, yes.
What about you, Finreal?
I absorb cold, so if you have any cold, send it my way.
Well, you do take this. Everyone in there should be taking 10 cold damage at the start of their turn.
Okay, cool. I'll
I
take
do
it.
believe that is also Cabal who's in there. I believe he's still mounted on you though, so. Or at least he was still being carried by Kriv.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think Crib's immune to cold, so he will take that. Oh yeah,
Are
Crib
you-
can attack. Oh,
So the two of you ended your turns there?
I did.
Right, well, you're gonna need to
and
give me a deck save against the
I-
Hunger of Hadar.
I auto pass it.
Okay, you auto-pass it. What about you, Finreal?
I can make that a strength save.
You
For
sure
the
can.
Hunger of Hadar. That's, I think, this one here. 24 for 1 and 2.
Alright, the DC is 27, so 1 and 2 will fail. They will take 2d6 acid, and they will be blighted.
This is from the Hunger of Hadar?
Correct.
Okay.
Does that 24 count their the aura? It does, right?
Oh, it didn't actually. So I
Okay,
guess
then that's a pass then.
So what happens if they pass it? It's just half that?
Yeah, it's all or none.
Oh, okay. So thanks to the aura, they pass it.
Would this spell magic get rid of the Hunger of Hadar?
Yes.
It's possible.
Yes.
I mean, assuming it's not a special Hunger of Hadar, yes. Because it's dispel magic because you can target a magical effect.
Should I try to get rid of it? Or maybe Cabal can?
Who was
That's up
Crib
to you.
attacking?
I think I'm still unconscious, aren't I?
No,
No,
you're
that
up.
was only
You're
one turn.
fine.
Well, that's right.
You were stunned for like one turn.
It's not your turn though. Like you're actually in the next chunk.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
So who was Crib attacking? I didn't hear you.
Oh, that was Anastasia, but I presume they missed because of shield.
Yep.
The worst.
They actually have to not 20 to hit. Unlucky. What I'm going to do is I am going to cast. I'm going to use the Gulthia staff a little bit, so I'm gonna cast Cure Wound onto Atreus. Here you go, buddy. You get 10 healing because it's halved. And then using some of my bullshittery from Gulthia staff and my feet, I will also be using, where the hell is this spell? There it is. Oh, a whopping 5 on a 3d6. and that'll be aimed at the vampires. So they need to make charisma saves. I don't.
They cannot pass.
Okay. And in addition, I'm gonna beam this at Anis. Yeah, whatever her name is.
Ooh, that's a bean.
Yeah, that is mean.
You know what someone at 0 HP looks like, right? Yeah, you do. She is at 0 HP, but she is still up and fighting.
Oh, fantastic.
Hey,
And then, wait, is the Hunger Flower still there?
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm also going to be using my subclass to fire a potion of Stinking Cloud at both Ludmilla and Valenta. So I can put that in the chat if you wish. So they need to make a charisma save.
Just gonna ask a question real quick.
Casting Sinking Cloud, more like farting.
Farted
Is
in
my
general
potion
direction.
It probably smells like farts. Yeah, hold on.
Oh, okay. So I guess I make con saves now.
Charisma save.
Oh, charisma saves. Wow, what a rude guy.
Hey, Zantress has given this to me, and I plan on using it. Oh my god, that is a fucking charisma save, Valenta.
wow.
Wow. So Ludmilla will fail
Alright.
that.
She will spend her legendary resistance.
Okay, I figured as much. What was the save for entering into this Hunger Vidar?
I believe it's just you take 2d6 cold just for entering. No, it's just starting your turn, you take 2d6 cold, ending your turn, and it's a dexterity save against acid damage.
Ah, I'm immune to that. Go on in.
Alright.
Acid damage, lol. I'm not immune to acid damage, but I can't fail dex saves.
I'm assuming I can see these two over here, right, from this angle. That's kind of what I'm trying to do.
Special eyes, I do believe so.
Yeah, kind of. I just want to be able to still see them. And that's me. Let me adjust everything on my end. I'm good.
So Saren, Ceresa, Diana still have to go.
Attack?
You guys said what's her face is at 0 health, but she's not down, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Was that also the person that the Keyminders asked immunity about?
No, that's Ludmilla that we were asking about.
Oh.
Okay. Do any of them look undead?
They're vampire.
Is that a question you actually asked?
What?
Yes.
They're all
Vampires
undead.
Are all undead.
Identifying grass. Wood. Identifying wood. Identifying vampires.
Can you guys tell me what Valenta did again last session? What did she
She
do?
just went like permanently invisible, and then like had auto pass stealth, and even Ilion couldn't steer, and presumably you wouldn't be able to either unless you have a really good angle. And then she did rogue things.
I believe that Saren's presence within 30 feet means she does not count as hidden, though.
Yeah, I'm
that-
revealing
yeah.
her to everybody as long as I'm within 30 feet. Well,
Okay.
assuming that I hit with one of my attacks using my bonus action.
Are you, so she's currently
sure.
revealed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
okay.
to the scout.
I guess what I should ask before I go and do what I should. Do you guys want me to go over here, or do you want me to go up here or down here? Because I don't really care where I go.
You could stay in the middle, honestly.
I just wanted to be near someone for Shieldmaster.
Yeah,
I do
but
believe
if
that
you
this is still... Is this still here? The Sickening Radiance?
I don't think so.
Like, Diana
don't know.
did take, like, 69 damage. I don't know if she ever concentration checked for that.
Nice. Nice.
That was Aqua. I don't know, cause I was not on my computer.
I don't
pretty
remember.
sure
It's
I
been
did.
2.5 weeks.
I'm pretty sure actually I did because I rolled like just off and then I remember talking about how I had something that brought my score up.
I'll buy it.
I think I do remember that. I remember something like of the sort.
Okay, well,
I don't
will-
know, but if you want me to roll again, I will. I just remember.
Yeah, probably just roll again because it's hard to remember.
It was the con save?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to be DC 34 because 69 damage.
Nice.
What?
Is something that is restricted from using the hide action?
I mean, pretty much always, yeah, because
Can't leave your vision, basically.
yeah.
You guys did what's it called?
Wow.
The thing that lets you see what an ability does exactly. Like one of you did use that, so
Replicator
you
does?
know what this does. So if you're planning on restraining Volenta,
Oh, okay, so it's pointless.
yeah.
Okay, I kind of want to knock her away, but that would mean Saren has to get closer. What were you planning to do?
I'm just gonna attack her, but so I can move closer.
Okay, you can
if
go first.
necessary. Okay. I will move up. Just so, how far are you planning on knocking her back?
I can knock her back a max of 60 feet. Anywhere between 0 and 60.
What I would recommend to Sarisa is you should be somewhere on this side of the room because I'm over here, and so Volenta can't really hide over here very easily. And if you're over here, Volenta won't really have a good spot to teleport to and hide.
Oh, I thought we couldn't spot her regardless. It doesn't matter.
Well, so the way that we were talking about it last session was that the X-ray vision is partially like an active thing. So let's say Volenta is here. I would not be able to see Volenta because it would require an active check, and Volenta always passes stealth checks. So so it's mostly just maintaining direct line of sight is important here.
Oh, so we can see her, we just can't. Okay. I see.
Yeah.
what
So
you
if you're somewhere like down here, then we have both corners of the room covered, I think.
Can I be in the Hellhound space?
Yeah, they're swarms, so people can enter their space. Also, they blend in with the carpet, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Okay, I will go for an attack on Volenta. Volenta can see me, right? Even though I'm invisible.
Yes, she as a rogue, you can assume she has blind sight.
Okay, so I don't have advantage. I guess I could give myself advantage. Yeah, you know what? I'll use a.
Volenta's AC is really high, so I wouldn't use Sharpshooter though.
I'm not. I will use a bonus action for steady and missile advantage. I'll use my other bonus action for focus.
Didn't you move?
Yeah, you can't study him and move.
Oh, you're right. I can't. Okay. In that case, I do not have advantage. So I will just hope that I hit.
HS.
Not hit. But I can use my capstone to make it hit.
Sure.
How does it work again?
You
Just basically
it
makes
just
it a
hits.
20 on this roll, basically.
No, it makes ability checks a 20. It just makes attacks hit.
Oh,
Okay, so it hits. Got it. And this
Yep.
says had my powerful poison on it.
Oof. Uncanny dodge.
Sure.
I don't even know. Do you even get sneak on that?
Yeah, because the hellhounds are within 5 feet.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, she will uncanny dodge that and make the con save.
Okay. DC 28 con.
She can't fail.
Fair enough.
Yeah, well, that's a con save.
It's almost like she has rogue bullshit.
Yeah,
I
I figured as much.
I will temporarily move here, and I will attack Ludmilla with my other attack.
You sound like you were inspired from another rogue that you know.
Maybe. So the poison damage got halved, and then the whole thing itself got halved too, right?
Yes.
So what part of that is the poison? 18 plus 14 plus 6?
Yes.
Sheesh, this is annoying to calculate.
Yeah, I know.
And it feels so weird seeing a rogue use their reaction for uncanny dodge.
Yeah, I
Why?
will throw an attack at Ludmilla as well. I will.
Because I haven't used uncanny dodge in so long.
How does this work? Is it
Why?
attack or-
Why haven't you, dude?
I have like 5 reactions to use.
So I will do
So
a.
that's 33.
I will attack Ludmilla. This does not have sneak attack, unfortunately, because I can't get it against her. Should I sharpshoot? Yeah, she's got 26 with AC. I'll try sharpshoot right here. On Ludmilla. That hits. So that will do 28 damage, and this is I'm using my one of my superiority die to make a trip attempt on her, so it's DC 22 strength save.
So
That's a really funny mental image
36
considering you're not
damage.
using a melee weapon.
Yeah, I know.
Shoot her in the ankle.
Sorry, the 18 on the trip attack isn't supposed to be there. It should just be the 8.
I figured. Strength.
Like a Vinny.
Damn it. Oh wow, what the fuck are these saves, dude? Alright. Well, she takes. I think it's is it half. Is it just, actually? I
Is
think
it
she takes
really
the
so
normal damage.
surprising?
Why is a fucking whatever she is good at strength saves?
I mean, you guys have Finril.
I guess that's fair. But even still, that still means she's got like a 16 or whatever, or like a 15 or whatever in her own strength save or something.
Don't you? In your deck save?
Yeah, but Dex is my main stat.
How do you know strength isn't hers?
I guess. Yeah.
She wasn't a mace, wasn't she?
An axe.
Close enough. That sounds like a strength up.
Okay, I guess. Alright, well, she takes the 8 damage. I guess that's it.
I mean, wasn't she the one that just punched someone into a wall? I'm fairly
Yeah.
certain that they're really strong.
I didn't remember, honestly, because I remember
She
anything
punched
about-
Cabal into a wall and stunned him
Anyway,
for
I
a turn.
will
Cabal
move
doesn't
back
remember
here
either.
for one Sarisa attack.
Where is Cabal on the map? Oh, there you are. Took me a
It's
second.
in Crib's Jaws.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wait, give me a second. I need to check something.
I was just punched into the wall by a very large woman.
What a life you're living. God, I wish that were me.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Same.
It was you, silly.
Ah! Yes, of course. Yes, it was me, Cabal.
A wink.
Cabal's the better, of course.
Of course, yeah. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, sure. You just got an
Okay.
idea, so I have to check stuff.
I am on vengeance mode.
Hey Trace, are you here?
I'm here.
Although
Did
actually,
you-
like,
Did you add the HP from me healing you? I don't.
I did.
Okay.
10
I
HP,
don't
right?
remember. Yeah.
Wasn't very much, but I mean, I'll take any heals I can get.
Yeah. Honestly, I just did it to abuse the Gulthia staff and the feat that lets me teleport around a little bit and gain some temp health.
He could continue smiling once he's 20 feet in the ground.
That's a lot of feet.
I have one
I'm gonna cast Flesh to Stone on this guy.
Whoa, harsh.
Constitution saving throw, I guess.
Oh,
You will legendary resist.
Okay. And I will also hold monster him.
Does that work on undead?
It does.
Yeah.
It just
not
says creature. Hold monster. Just yeah.
This spell has no effect on undead.
Yeah.
Third
Oh.
line.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Oh, okay. Wow.
What?
I actually didn't know Hold Monster doesn't work on undead.
Huh.
That's new
It's
to me.
why my shield is a joke in a vampire
Okay.
campaign.
Okay,
I can
never
cast my
mind
spell at will.
guess. I'll...
Do note that if you did use Hold Monster, you would still get the double damage from your dark power.
Yeah, that's fine. I would rather use... Dominant Monster does work on undead though, right?
Dominate's different, yeah. It should work.
Well, just read the text.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Okay.
I'll Dominant Monster him in that case.
Is that your final offer?
Maybe you want to check the text
The
just to be
fuck?
sure.
I guess. Let's
Right.
see.
He is immune to charm and does not need to make the saving throw.
He is not immune to charm.
Okay, is that your new thing?
Yeah, well, hold on a
her
second.
charm is different. Her charm is different, if I recall.
Yeah, like I'm actually not familiar with it.
Wait, I thought that was the guy that wasn't immune to charm.
The person you just got condition checked was Ludmilla, right?
Yeah, she's the only one we know that isn't immune to charm.
Wait, did you want to use it on them instead?
I thought this is the... Okay, wow. I thought that's who I was. Okay.
It's good.
I'm
It's hard to
pissed.
remember which is. It's hard to remember which is which. You could
The
you could have aimed
nameplates
it.
are on, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
They are, yeah.
but I just... I thought we were talking about this guy earlier. I didn't even notice the name. Yeah, I guess I'll Dominate Monster her. Fuck, I don't know.
Right. She will make a wisdom save.
Also, just to clarify, Asher used his fourth legendary resist, right?
That was the third.
Third.
Okay.
Third.
Yeah.
Ludmilla
Ludmilla
used her fourth.
Yeah.
And
It is...
that will succeed.
What do you mean succeed? She failed it.
As in,
As
like,
in,
your attempt
your
to
spell
dominate her will
succeeded.
succeed.
Oh. Okay, I was like, wait.
You finally
That-
got what you wanted. You charmed something. And with a
That's true.
dominate, no less.
I will dominate her to attack Escher.
Oof.
Dang.
I use literally everything you got on him. That's my command.
Yeah.
Basically,
Don't.
hold nothing back.
Alright. She's looking
Yes.
over at Escher.
Back
Alright.
Escher and hold nothing back.
I
It
believe
was
it's flurry
stealthily
spell
cast.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Also, the thing
Oh,
that...
wait, I just realized I forgot my Hellfire Eruption on Valenta. That's
They're a
significant.
rogue. They probably won't take any damage from it. Let's be real.
Oh, right, it's a deck save.
I mean, you may as
no,
well
I-
rip it, but they probably won't. I don't think they can kill the next
It'd be better to use it on Ludmilla then, because I also won't hit the Hellhammer.
No, don't hit her.
No,
It
would've
would be
happened
before, so it
Yeah,
won't
this would've
shake
happened
the
before.
concentration.
Okay, I was gonna cry,
minus,
please.
Minus the 18. But, yeah.
And Ludmilla has evasion and will not take any of that.
Are you?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, you know what? We have the information now. It's fine.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure we already knew that, but we just didn't remember. Like, pretty sure
Well,
it came
I mean,
up.
Not remembering and not knowing is the same thing.
Yeah.
I swear, I was like... Okay, well... Give me just a second. Oh,
Your
what-
detect evil and good is pinging yes.
Surprising.
Wow, I would have not known.
Oh wait, never mind.
Just imagining we're doing this, and
hate
Pinot goes, guys, there's undead around here.
Dominate Monster is concentration. Okay, I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure. I thought there was one that was not concentration. A charm that was not concentration.
Is Atreus going to stand in the puddle of vampires? He's going to move out here to get the light everywhere.
fuck is that
I kind of
sound?
want to stay around the vampires, otherwise they will just run out and tear you guys to shreds.
They have
They
no
can't-
move speed because
They also can't really run out into the light very easily.
That's why I'm trying to knock down the gosh dang Hunkers of Hadar.
Well, from what it seems like, you won't be able to knock him down until everyone's knocked down.
That's possibly true. Let me see. If there's anywhere I can move. Maybe here? Well, yeah, but then I can't save Fenrir and Cabal. I think Fenrir will protect Cabal. But maybe right here. Alright.
Sarisa, did you figure out what you wanted to do?
Still half looking. Do we have anything that can make an AoE of any sort? That
Yeah.
does damage? Like,
I
okay,
have
how
lots
about
of
an item that can make AoE?
That's fireballs.
I have one of fireballs, but it requires attunement, so I can't use it. Was there anything else?
I do have I have the staff of the Archmage, and from that I have a 7th level lightning bolt and a 7th level fireball that I can cast.
So the it has to be something that Zynus can use, and not have to attune to.
Okay, well I definitely don't want to give Xynos my most precious wand, so...
Well, it's attunement anyway, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Okay. It's also like, 200,000 gold, so...
What was Flesh to Stone used on earlier?
That was on Escher.
Escher, he is affected by it.
Oh, he could have been affected by it?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Can I use the replicator drive to do it again? I forgot I had that.
I mean, sure.
Give me
got,
a...
like, infinite reactions, right?
Yeah.
Am I crazy? Sleet Storm doesn't do damage, right?
What
Sleet Storm does?
What are his? Yeah, sure, con save.
For some reason, I thought it did damage this whole time. Fuck.
Aha.
It's because there's two of them that are really similar. Sleet Storm and
Ice Storm.
what's the other one called? Ice Storm. Ice Storm deals damage.
He will use
I need
his
a
4th
Ice
legendary resistance on that.
Fuck you, buddy. Alright, I'm done.
Would you like me to reveal their assuming they have 4 legendary resistances I bar on them?
Sure.
Oh, I thought we were assuming 5. For sure.
Okay,
Put
if
whatever
we're assuming
bar.
5. I'll place 5 on each of them.
Okay.
There has to be a humanoid that has AoE, right? Hold on.
Am I safe in this? Okay, I was gonna say, should I move, but I have Atreus and
I'd say this is probably the
Ilion
safest place you could
next to me. I was
possibly
like,
be.
Yeah, I don't think I can go anywhere safer.
Alright, go. They have red bars on them, assuming they have 5 legendary resistances.
I assume that they're little bitches.
Wow.
Wow.
Also, before the effect goes into place, she was supposed to take 40 damage from the psychic spell.
Alright, I'll subtract 40 health.
Undead
Thank you.
creatures are usually immune to poison, yeah?
Usually. Like almost everything, honestly.
What do you mean? They've never been immune to mine. Come on.
I mean, not that many creatures are immune to poison. Only demons, construct, undead, some types of dragons, elementals, celestials, plants.
The worst defensive type.
You forgot devils and Yugoloths.
And that is what Elemental Adept and Blowgun Expert are for.
What are the
Yes.
attacks being made against?
Valenta, but they all missed. Fuck.
Okay.
Of course, if Wiz makes a creature that absorbs poison instead of being immune to it, then it doesn't count.
I'm
talking
still
about
well
that.
that one.
We're never letting it go.
I mean, why would you? It was amazing.
Oh,
True.
Okay. I found one. I found one just as I rolled. Fuck. Okay, whatever. I'll do next turn, I guess. Teresa's gonna boop. You guys want me to boop her away from y'all or closer so you can do damage?
Who?
Valenta.
I mean, it doesn't really matter where you push Valenta. Valenta teleports.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. I will just.
Well,
smack him.
you could limit her teleportation range.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
push her
guess-
into this corner.
Yeah, I was gonna say, push her in the corner probably seems best.
Alright.
She take bludgeoning damage if I smack her against the wall.
I think it would need to be a special effect that actually says that.
You know, it's so fucking stupid that that's the case too. Because I think that it should be treated like fall damage. If I shove somebody in the wall, that shit hurts, dude. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense that it doesn't.
I think it would make
Really,
spells that
3
push
of those 4 hit.
a lot harder to balance.
That's true, I guess, but
Everybody wants stuff like that until it's used against them.
Yeah.
well, enduring mountain stance, baby. But yeah, Theano would not survive. I get it. Although,
she resists the necrotic, but nothing else. I
What?
believe.
She's what?
She resists that necrotic, but nothing else, I believe.
Okay.
So I
Which
just
part is the
subtract-
necrotic?
It's the +5 at the end. So
Okay.
basically, it's just subtracting 9 from the total.
Nice!
Nice.
Shove her into this corner if possible. Zinus is going to transform into a this.
Isn't that a dwarf?
It is.
What is this?
Does he even have spell slots to use those for?
Not using spell slot.
As meant as far as like the creature's spells.
Yeah, I'm not using spell slot.
Okay.
What's it? What? I missed what just happened.
I'm
Zinus is apparently
transforming
transforming.
into the thing. You don't have to give me a stat block. Just
Oh,
know
okay.
that in that form right now.
Cool.
So I do believe that this is this chunk done.
that is, yeah.
Alright, then we move on to the next chunk.
Dear menaced creature, if you do so, take psychic damage. Take 12 psychic damage.
Does this happen at the start of her turn?
I believe so.
So all of these will take 12 psychic damage?
I think they're on 16 the spawn if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay, so just her?
Just her.
Alright.
She has a move speed of 0.
Cool.
Alright, she takes the psychic damage, but she's still up at 0.
Worst.
Right, on her turn, she'll use her bonus action to cast Battlefield Medicine on herself.
Oh, that sounds intense.
Is that a spell? I've never
That
heard of
sound
that.
like something from Pathfinder.
Wait, who did this?
Anastrize, so.
No.
I've never heard of Battlefield Medicine.
It's not a base spell. I made it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a spell.
Alright, and then for her action, she will take a vial out of her clothing and toss it, about here, so that all three, so that a explosion of mist will envelop all three of these right here.
Hey, that's
All of
my
you-
line.
Make me an intelligence saving throw against the disorientating blast.
Oh.
I'm good at
Always
these.
intelligence.
Oh, snap.
I cock my head and wonder what the purpose of this is.
Cabal's finally in his element with a saving throw.
This Kriv still, I still think Kriv needs to make one.
Yeah, so I'm
Oh,
just
Cabal
trying
also
out.
should have the +8 from
Let's
General.
go. There's Palinor added onto that.
So +8,
Yes.
so 26. It just barely does not beat DC 27. Kriv is stunned. The rest of you are fine.
Worse.
Very cool.
Ooh, sharp.
Alright. As for Valenta, she is going to make dagger attack against Ceresa and a dart attack against Saren.
Who's doing this?
Valenza.
Oh, I was gonna say I was gonna use my alert to dodge the attack.
All right, feel free.
Yeah, let me...
I can't do anything, so.
Can you
Take
dodge roll
damage.
through the furniture? Can we break the furniture by dodge rolling through it, like in Dark Souls? Wouldn't that be a thing?
That'd be-
I don't believe she has advantage on this, so she does not actually get the sneak attack damage on you, just the 17 piercing.
Okay.
Okay. She's actually quite unhappy with being moved into the corner because it actually interferes with what she was planning on doing this turn.
Good.
You're Rick.
So I have to come up with new plans. Well, she's going to vanish, like with her shadow fade, but I don't believe she can hide because of Saren, right? Correct?
As long as she's within 30 feet of me, yeah.
Well, she's peering right there, so
well, they can hide. They'll just be visible anyway.
yeah. So she's hidden but visible because of you.
She's hiding, so I can make I will, on my turn, I guess, make a perception check, since I can do that, and then we'll have to have a normal roll-off, because, double capstone life.
Well, she will be making, like, she won't be invisible, because she's going to be immediately making this attack at advantage against you.
Oh, it's interesting.
Because she's invisible, technically speaking. Oh wait, you've got blind sight, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not at advantage.
Not that it
So
matters, but
It matters.
I mean, I can't increase my AC in any way, so it hits.
Alright, well, she's also going to...
actually it does matter
continue
because no
to-
sneak attack.
Yeah, no sneak attack. That's what she would have liked to have.
Oh, good lord.
18
the
plus
fuck?
17. That is not a crit, by the way.
She likes to pretend it is.
Are any of them immune to damage?
Acid.
Like straight, other than poison?
I am
That's
resistant
one-
to acid.
Okay, so I will have the acid damage.
Yeah.
Were any of them immune to damage other than poison that we know of so far?
I don't think so. That we know so far.
103.
Ouch. Maybe I should use my. I'm gonna use my uncanny dodge from that to bring it down to 51.
I mean, it's only on one of the attacks.
Or sorry, yeah, on one of them. Whichever one was highest.
That should be one of the last two. They're actually exactly the same, so I'll just subtract 17 from it.
Okay.
86.
Okay. I will subtract that in a sec.
86 total, just to be sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, I believe that is both of their turns. Cabal and Andraste, you're up. Cabal, you're taking 2d6 cold damage for starting your turn inside the Hunger of Cabal. Hunger of Hadar.
Hunger of Cabal.
Hunger
That
Cabal.
honestly sounds like a spell he would make, wouldn't
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah,
the
it does.
version of Hunger of Hadar.
If there was a way to make the wizard capstone create your own spells, that would have been really funny. So you could actually do that.
It's not too late to add it.
It kind of is.
I mean, I feel like that's something wizards should be able to do in general, or just spellcasters in general, is make their new spells, kind of like how artificers make new items.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably just an artifact quest or like just a campaign in its own, really, to make your own spell.
Gosh, if there was some sort of level 9 spell that lets you have basically any effect. Gosh, I really wish something like that existed.
It sounds like a wish spell.
Yes, that's what he was referring
Yeah, that's
to.
what he was.
He wishes for a spell like that.
Hey. Wait, can we do that? Can we wish for a made-up spell? within
Um,
limits.
I mean, I've had custom spells added to my spell list in Toa.
Yeah, but I probably wouldn't do that again. With a wish, I could see something like that.
I mean, you basically do have like a feat that's a better version of one of my spells now.
Yeah, well, I mean, the idea behind spells like that is it's different. But yeah, the existence of custom feats invalidates the need for making custom spells usually.
Oof.
The poppers are gonna move this way. And we'll chomp.
Chomp.
When they chomp.
Do they have advantage on that?
Yes.
In which case, it will hit both of them if you're aiming to hit both of them.
They are.
Alright. Valinta will take the full 79.
Nice.
Ludmilla, on the other hand, is immune to fire and will only take 38.
We take those.
Does she get a wisdom save against the dominate person again? The dominate monster?
I don't think they get
when she takes damage.
Whenever
Yeah.
you take damage, yeah.
Okay. I'm sure Rose will be very glad if this nat 20s. Because, you know, be thankful, I mean.
Oh. Well,
I do believe.
Wait,
That
what
breaks.
what is
DC
wisdom save for?
Because
they
Strahd
got
hit
hit.
while dominate monstered.
Okay, hold
Oh.
on. I can hit it. 1 second.
Oh, the Hellhound hitter.
They'll,
Yep.
oh yeah, they'll break the dominate.
Ah, Cabal, you
Oh,
bastard.
Okay, please stop attacking Ludmilla. I'm gonna use a level 8 spell slot to make the save, not miss.
To make the DC higher.
Yes, so it would be a 39 DC.
Are you talking about which item is it called? I always forget.
The runic capacitor, I think.
Capacitator. Yeah,
Sorry, I didn't know that was a thing.
it's okay. I just I lost my level 8 spell.
That only works when you cast a spell, not for recurring saves.
I thought it was for reaction.
Wait, they can choose. They can take one of my reported rolls of 13 if that helps.
Huh?
13 plus 19 is still pretty high. Is that 29? I don't know. I think that's still
Yeah.
enough to pass.
Oh, shit.
22.
32.
Sorry, not 22.
I mean, I think that Cabals would have known enough to not hit them, understanding that it would have potentially caused that.
Probably, yeah. I didn't know that they were dominated. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll add her
If-
health back then.
If that's okay, I mean, because it was not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Like, it's assumed that our characters are a little bit more competent than we are, you know?
That's kind of hard
Big
to.
mistake.
Please, nobody hit her. I got very lucky with this.
You're right.
Do not
Me-
fight her.
A dumb fucking gremlin trying to play someone with 19 intelligence. Like, I don't know how to fake that. Sorry, guys.
Wait, what were you up to, Andraste?
You're never gonna believe it. I shoot.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Wow.
Who's being shot?
This one is aimed at Escher.
I believe he is behind full cover of the couch.
That couch is huge.
Yeah, look at it. You can see how big it is.
It's a big
That's
couch.
true.
Is he hiding behind it?
He's basically
Hmm.
behind it, yeah. You would have to get a
That's
line of
not
sight
good.
on him.
That
How
couch
tall
is
is the
basically
couch?
huge, I guess.
Man,
Big
it's so big.
couch.
I mean, think about the couches downstairs, Dasha. Like it says, if you're crouching behind them, not even just a little bit.
Well,
Just shoot through the couch. Come on. None of you, little bitch. Just shoot straight through the couch.
This is Goldia's tree mahogany.
Oh shit. Yeah, we need to harvest some of this to make more shields and sell them.
That 37 will hit, and he will lose his necrotic immunity because of it.
Oh.
oh, ain't that a
Nobody's
shame?
champion. Okay.
Oh, how sad. Boo-hoo.
Fuck that guy up!
3, 4, sadness. Bonus action, cast Icarus Smite, gain free attack. Sadness.
That's a miss.
No more Icarus Smite, action surge. We push more buttons, we make more shots.
And then the 38 will hit.
What did we agree upon? The arrows are just flying around. There's an extra. There's now.
I
a
already
second
subtracted
arrow.
the health.
Oh, nice.
Like I was doing it one at a time because it was easy math.
So yeah, there's now a second arrow just like flying around at the ceiling of the room. Since they can't go to the ethereal realm, they're just up there.
Yeah.
So we had the puppers, but is Cabal himself not going to do anything this turn, or no?
Second, hold on. Oh wait, then I guess they took damage from the puppers then, right?
Yes, they took all of it.
Cool. So she's the one that's immune to fire.
Correct.
She's also the one you should not attack at all.
Understandable.
Please ignore her.
Thank you.
You're
Actually,
talking
I
about
won't
this
ignore
one,
her.
right?
I will actively avoid
Yeah.
her, which is better, I think.
Ludmilla, right?
Yeah,
Ludmilla
they're talking
is
about
immune to
Ludmilla.
fire, and she's currently dominated.
Not
Nice.
hit her! Please.
What's that? Hit her. Got it.
No!
Master! All of my
I
shots were
literally
aimed at her.
quit Chris's Strahd. I'm literally not finishing the campaign if any one of you hits her by any means, okay? I am gonna be so mad.
Like,
how about
hit her mentally?
When Paul
Is that
awakes
okay?
from his stun or whatever, gets knocked the heck out and comes back.
No, because she takes psychic damage.
Are these things
What if I insult her? Is that okay?
threatening looking?
That's psychic damage.
This is mockery.
Let Cabal speak.
Sorry. I'm
Sorry.
fighting with Teresa over here. Who's trying to ruin
When
everything.
Cabal comes back to his senses after being knocked out, do these very threatening looking women look dangerous?
Wait, can you see through the darkness?
These are definitely look like they could still hurt you if you decide to be next to them.
Yeah, I'd rather not. Cabal is gonna go ahead and
I'm gonna step into the light, Cabal.
Oh, I just realized I had stepped outside when Anastasia and Valencia did their turns.
Like she's behind the full cover of the couch, and she's behind the hunger tower and a wall.
Oh. Wow, that couch is really strong. No, wait, that one should be... No,
It's a
I
big
don't remember that couch was destroyed.
This one is destroyed. That's why it's scribbled out.
Sounds like.
Ah,
Cool.
okay.
My
Please
suspension of
scribble.
disbelief is very stretched that these hellhounds have not managed to destroy that couch.
I mean, they could
It's-
make they
it's
could have made the
very
Hellhounds
good.
bite the couch. Did you want the Hellhounds to bite the couch as well? Because they could bite everything within 10 feet.
Yeah, fuck the furniture. This is
I mean-
Strahd's furniture.
Come on.
Make it splinters.
Fuck the table.
Are you up for random destruction, Cabal?
Might have
Destroy the
insurance.
carpet. Honestly.
I'm down for lighting it up.
He might have
Alright.
insurance.
Yeah, especially because it's fire. The couch and the table have been just utterly devastated.
She was still behind full cover at the time of her turn ending, however, so she won't need to make the enduring dawn check.
But
Okay, so-
the cover is rapidly disappearing.
Yup.
Bob will stay here. Atreus can totally, blink, right?
What?
He can close his eyes.
Yeah? What's this question here?
Just
Friendly fire, probably.
Are you gonna sunbeam me?
close your eyes for a second.
If you are planning on sunbeaming, it has been shown in the previous session he is immune to radiant.
Wait, this one?
Yes, that one is immune to radiant.
He's a paladin. Remember, he's the worst.
So if you want to make a better
Right.
decision with that knowledge, you can.
But that's the
I don't
only
know.
one I can reach. So probably shouldn't do that.
No, Anastasia, right here. You can reach her.
Do not hit my
I'm
woman.
not sure if you can Sunbeam while you're in the Hunger of Hadar, because it is destroying light in here.
It's
I don't think it would light it up, but I think the sunbeam would still go through.
If it's a higher level, it usually counteracts whatever darkness
Hunger of-
effect, doesn't it?
In
Hunger
Hunger of
of Hadar
Hadar,
is a
says
different.
no light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and the creatures within the area are blinded.
Yeah, so it's not
okay.
it's not illuminated. It's just
Yeah,
Oh,
the
so
damage
I
will go through if you want.
it's like a pew pew laser beam.
Is this what you want to do?
Finales Funken.
So it's like,
Oh,
I
alright.
feel like an invisible Lux ult
Wait a
bug.
second.
There's this person out in the middle of the open I can hit.
Always so very tempting to just waste them.
I send a question to you, Waka, by the way.
He said
On Discord.
Oh, okay. Let me check.
Where's that sunbeam going to?
Like, is that what is happening? Like, I wanted a confirmation that you are intending to Sunbeam.
The ball's dead.
already.
The Cabal is dead.
Get back, Val.
Crown of Stars. There you go.
You will be
Oh,
missed.
yeah.
Are we all just?
Alright, who's being beamed with Crown of Stars?
This lady.
That 32 is not enough to beat her AC when it's enhanced with shield, sorry.
Well, I mean, at least I have the rest of the stars for now.
Yep.
Oh,
And
worth
for
a
my
shot.
bonus action. Oh no, that was my bonus action. I'm sorry. Shooting one is a bonus action. Disregard.
Okay. I think
As
this chunk
part
might be
of-
done then.
Huh?
Is this chunk done then?
Hold on a second. Sorry, reading is really hard.
Yup.
Okay, yeah, here it goes. I will go ahead and scoot 20 feet this direction.
Scoot away.
20 feet. I mean 10.
Right. As for ending your turn there, you will need to make a dex save from the Hunger of Hadar.
I would anyways, right?
Yeah, because if you end your turn inside in this black circle at all, you do need to make it.
Leave, silly.
I can leave. I still have my movement.
Wait, are you not trying to leave like on the west side? You're gonna go south? I'm much worried the vampires are just gonna walk through the darkness and punch you. You know?
They have no move speed.
Oh. Okay,
But I
carry
mean,
on.
like, they're blocking the way.
Well, you're teleporting.
Can't see.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
They are. He is blind in there.
That's true. Imagine needing normal eyes to see.
Look with your special eyes.
He has like 5 billion eyes.
Yeah.
Rom, grant me eyes, grant me eyes.
And it's like magical darkness. I can't see through any means, right? Even
I
without
think
using-
if you had Devil's Sight, you could see, but
Yeah,
not
I'm
just
trying
Dark
to see,
Sight
like-
won't.
Just, I don't understand. You can leave the circle, like you can literally go over here with your movement
Oh,
speed,
actually, hold
and
on.
then teleport.
This is what I was looking for. I have Ethereal Sight.
Ethereal Sight. I actually have no idea how that's going to interact.
I don't believe it'll do anything because Hunger of Hadar is not. It is basically a void. There's nothing to see through because there's nothing there.
Also, technically speaking, this all is difficult terrain right now, so you might not have a full movement speed.
I need an action to that, anyways.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll just use the Staff of Golthius to surge forward.
Oh, I'm stupid. They have 4 legendary resistance because the castle's giving them 1. They would normally have 3. Okay.
So
Would you like me to change the assumption down to 4?
Yeah, I guess so. Because that makes a lot more sense now. Because there's no creature that has 4. It doesn't make any sense. But the castle is giving them a 4th.
Okay.
That's
So you
my
roll the
staff of
Yes.
And
Staff
then
of
your
Golthius
regular
movement,
movement?
Give you the answer, you just didn't want to listen.
and my regular movement will be over here.
Yeah, because 4 doesn't make any sense, you know?
Hey,
And then-
welcome onto the
The club.
Atreus Defense Squad.
Cool. This feels a lot warmer.
Warmer.
I bump into this group. Excuse me.
You should hobble over the table and go here so you can continue to shield master you.
What?
No, hobble over the table and go here.
I don't know if they have
Yeah,
movement.
Nah.
Oh, do you not have the movement?
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
like this was difficult terrain, so it took double.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Carry on.
I believe
think this is
that's
okay.
over.
Bob will go ahead and sit on the table.
Nice.
I'm going to say that these two are in different chunks now because of the charm. That seems appropriate.
Yeah.
I would say
Sure.
so.
So Escher will go first. He's just going to
I'm gonna give her the middle
Quietly
finger. Can I
like
do that?
walk,
I have infinite
prance
reactions.
away. Yup, yeah, you can. And he's
Okay,
going
cool.
to channel divinity like, once again, and then he's also going to take out something from his clothes and apply poison to his dagger again.
Oh
That's
wow.
some sort of spell that I see him casting.
He channeled divinity, which is a cleric or paladin class feature, but it's not a spell.
Not a spell. I'm
Um,
looking though.
I feel like I remember using the replicator drive on that last session, didn't
Yes, you did learn what his channel divinity is.
I? Yeah, do you mind putting it in chat again?
Right.
I do believe he didn't take any radiant damage, so he will be regenerating health too. And that will be his turn.
Okay.
Next,
Okay. So let's talk about this now that it's coming up again. Atreus is also on top of a giant mount, and we're still saying this is full cover against the radiant damage. Against
Yes.
Andraste with the bow, maybe I could see it, but I don't see it with the mount.
At least it would be 3/4
Well, too bad,
cover
Mark,
or
you're not the
something.
GM.
Listen, my suspension of disbelief is very important. Okay.
you
Can
could,
you put it away?
maybe
You know, the easiest way to solve this is just to destroy the furniture.
Yeah.
destroy. Be the destroyers you were always meant to be. I mean,
Destroying everything seems like the best option.
you can go prone with just movement, right?
Yes, but it takes half of your movement to stand back up, but you can go prone for free.
Okay, he will be going prone then, just to guarantee the full cover against that.
God, these guys are chumps.
Now, I do believe she does have line of sight to him, correct?
Yeah.
Well, she is going to try to fucking lasso his ass.
Here we
Well.
go.
He needs to give me a strength save.
He has to. I mean, she has to do everything in her power to beat him.
Yep.
And he will
Oh.
fail.
Oh,
Wow.
Now she gets put in a position of her choice. She's gonna put him right here.
Hell yeah.
And
Let's
she
do
is
it.
going to attack.
They should have deck him.
Mess him up. Mess him up.
Crit.
He is currently prone, so she does have advantage on this, I believe.
Oh
Yep.
lord.
That's crit.
Oh my god, she's not holding anything back. Just...
That is
That was her clear instructions, yeah.
Mess him up.
That's really funny.
6. He does not resist cold.
And you know, Strahd does this to everyone else, so like it's probably a, like this is what it feels like moment, you know?
Yeah.
And that is now it's the Mooks to go.
Alright, now he's in clear line of sight, boys. Go at him.
Wait, whose turn is it? The vampires.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gone.
Also, Ludmilla is under my control for like 24 hours. I'm pretty sure. So
Wait, how
You know-
high level did you cast that thing?
I
thought
didn't.
maximum
It's
dominate is
because
9
of-
hours.
it's because of my feature from the Dark Powers. All of them last for like a day.
Oh, okay.
Are you
Yeah.
continuing to do the spawn, Aqua?
Yes, I'll handle them in just a moment. I was just checking something about the light.
Okay.
I guess they're not a hostile creature anymore, Water Charmed.
Oh, you're referring to the Enduring Dawn? Yeah, I was about to make a mention. I wasn't even gonna. I don't consider them hostile if they're killing their former allies.
Okay. As for these, the ones that are menace can't do anything, right? They're just stuck standing there.
They can still
no,
attack
they-
from their
yeah, they
space,
can
I
attack.
believe.
Yeah. They just attack at disadvantage. Ability check
If they
at
see
disadvantage.
you, I think if they're in your line of sight, but I think they would have disadvantage because they can't see you anyways.
That's
right?
true. Yeah, because of the.
This one can move, however.
That's true.
Yeah, the instant they get 10 feet of me.
Which you can see because of his blind sight.
Matt. I forgot, there's no great target, it's just 14 and they're stuck right there. Matt.
Mhm.
Over here, this one just stands there, I can't do anything. These 4 over here will begin with disadvantage attacks, trying to go with some bites and claws over at
Wait, this one can hit me.
only 3 up there.
Okay.
However, their hits are not good enough to be able to deal damage to a tank.
I see what you mean.
I mean, that was efficient.
But how am I supposed to menace them if they can't hit me?
I think you can still hit them, but they just don't do damage to you.
Round 2.
Fight.
Right, I kind of still want to kill Anastasia, but I guess, with this guy is out and about, you gotta, right?
He's still prone.
You gotta, right?
True.
Gotta.
Go at him. Literally
Alright.
murder his ass.
Well, he's already prone, and as far as I'm concerned, I already have advantage anyways, so let's,
Yeah, and he is lassoed, so he cannot go anywhere. Kill him.
So here goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, does he have anything fancy to give him super AC like the other one? Or
He
do these
does.
all connect?
That's 3 connections.
Alrighty, I like the sound of
Yeesh.
that. And then 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's
I'm
been
gonna
reduced to 0 HP from the first set.
And he's just gonna keep going.
And then 2 more hits.
Oh, just 2 more? Okay.
Because he does have 36 AC.
So he did have super AC. Okay.
Wow.
Well, you can see their AC.
Oh. Oh, I see now. Okay. That's what that was. Right, and I guess, you know what? 1 and 2 just gonna step right up to him.
Those 2 hits do hit him when he's at 0, and he is still existing.
Yeah. Got it.
Does it seem like it's doing anything at all?
It seems like he's at death's door. And it's like he could be destroyed, but he just hasn't been destroyed.
Alright, 2 more bites.
I'm surprised it's happening even in the sunlight.
We need to
I thought this. Yeah, I thought the sunlight would prevent any of that bullshittery.
Right, that crit will hit because it's a crit.
different bullshit.
Yeah, Atreus is just gonna keep wailing on him. He doesn't care.
My
Alright.
roll 20 is frozen.
No.
That should cover my turn unless I decide to move somewhere else, but I think I'll just chill here for now. Not a bad spot, actually.
He still exists.
It doesn't seem like it's doing anything. Like actually, because like on Death's Door, sure, but
It seems
Maybe
like
we
he
should just-
is managing to still survive these attacks. It does seem like there is a threat to him.
yeah, okay.
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can just blow a reaction. Actually, to step back so that everybody can use their ranged attacks. Otherwise, my shield will protect him. I'm gonna step back here. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we just need to hit him with one really big
Does he attack me?
hit.
I'm thinking about it.
You could just wail on him a lot.
Maybe he's angry.
Yeah, he'll try it.
Do it. Huh? Wow.
Right. I need
Well,
to
hey.
edit the damage calculation for this a little bit because he doesn't have everything on it.
Ain't that a shame?
Wait, isn't being prone like if you're prone you hit a disadvantage?
Oh yeah, he does have disadvantage.
Alright, well, I'll just roll that real quick.
Well, still hits.
He's hitting Ludmilla?
No, he's hitting me.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be sad.
I'm still modifying the damage calculation. Please wait.
Oh boy, this is gonna get big, isn't it?
I mean, I'm actually lowering it because he didn't have all of his stuff on it.
Oh,
Thinking emoji.
thinking.
Can I cast shield on someone else?
No, don't worry
None.
about it. Don't bother with it.
You cannot.
You would think you could on a third.
I know, right? Like, Gianna can do it, why can't I?
Let's see how much this thing actually does. I'm curious.
I'm just making sure this is the right formula with this third one.
Alright.
Oh good god.
Wow, that would be a lot. Except I'm immune to poison. Except,
He
does
is
he
a
have
poison
something?
adept.
Yep, I figured he had something for it.
What the wait, that did more than it did
You
to
do
Diana.
get to make a con save against the 13d13
Well,
part of it.
Mark, he didn't hit me with that, like,
If you succeed, you will have that part of it. again.
dagger. He hit me with a different spell. He hit me with some spell that was, like, delayed.
Poison adept.
What? Did he? No,
It
he hit
was
you with
not
melee.
poison.
That was also a 4th level spell slot spent on a smite. You have passed and will take half that damage from the 13d13.
Alright, so I think only the poison damage actually affects me right now. Unless he has something for that slashing damage.
Slashing it.
I mean, slashing adapters that exist wouldn't do anything because you're just.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Don't mind me, just adding things.
So
Did we ever find
the
out
poison adept
Valenta's?
just outright ignores immunity?
Yes.
Did we find out Valenta's condition immunities? I can't remember.
Oops.
If not, can you
I don't.
tell me?
I think we did Ludmilla's, not Valenta's. Here are
Can you tell me-
Valenta's condition immunities. Frighten.
Okay, fantastic.
So what? 114?
Only the 13d13 was halved, not the rest of it.
13d13.
So 60 plus the rest of that. And plus 10 plus 6 plus 8. I mean, I'll just assume that's right and say that's 168 damage then.
And that's halved?
The
Hold up,
13d13 part got halved, so that's only part of it got halved basically. You were able to make a con
Yeah.
save against the poison on his dagger.
The 60, 12 plus 20 plus 20 plus 2d10s are not gonna have. Well, you just
What-
two flat
wait,
20s.
What
Jesus.
part is? Wait, what damage type is that one?
All
Poison.
of that is poison. And
Oh.
he is piercing poison immunity with a feature.
Yeah. I get that. So wait, why is it not just 229 divided by 2?
229.
What you were making a con save for was the 13d13. He's doing 13d13 plus 6012 plus 20 plus 2d10 plus 20. The rest of that does not get hacked. Only the 13d13 we were making a con save for.
Oh, so there's a separate poison in there.
Yes,
Yeah.
he applied a poison to his dagger. That's what you were making a con save against.
Okay. So there's another poison on there.
I think it's just smite, right? But it's poison damage.
He's converting all of his non-poison damage to poison. So yeah, there's a smite in there, for example.
Okay. So 168 damage. Okay. Outright immunity penetration. Kind of wild. Still standing though.
Yep.
And he doesn't have a reaction anymore. I'm
Nope.
okay with that.
I mean, that is something any of you could get. Like, Elemental Adept is a feat.
I have that exact same one actually.
Yep.
I don't, but I have something that gives me the poison immunity anyways, so.
Well, hold on. Let me check one thing real quick.
Aqua.
Yes, that's me.
The poison in your feat says you can apply poisons as a bonus action. Does that mean I can apply it as an action or a bonus action?
Yes, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or both?
There's
Well,
still a bunch of people with turns to take.
yeah, I was gonna
I
say you guys
don't
don't mind log on next.
like
What I'll do,
pause.
I'll toss some poison on Injase's weapon, and then I'll come down here, and I am going to cast Eye Bite on Valenta.
Oh, wait, can I damage her first? I was planning to do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I have... Okay, I'm gonna make... Wait, I can't hurt this person, right?
Yeah, don't hit Ludmilla.
Do not.
5 feet wide, okay. I'm gonna make a line.
Those will fly over there.
I will kill you IRL. I'm kidding. No.
Yeah? Okay. 5 feet. Elian, you might have to move to the side slightly.
Wait, what are you trying to do?
Gonna cast a... It's not a wall of flame, but it is a... It's a not spell wall of flame.
Okay, I'll just take my turn later while you're doing your thing.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm assuming everyone auto passes this.
Yeah, but like Valenta dodges it with evasion, and Strahd, I think basically she auto passes it, but will take half damage again because she resists fire.
Oh, she has evasion. Okay.
I mean, she's a rogue, Valenta's.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I
Yeah,
keep
why does
forgetting
Ludmilla
rogues
have
just don't
evasion?
take damage. Okay.
So half and half again. So
Maybe
she takes
Ludmilla
4
is a
damage
monk
from
hybrid.
that.
And the vampires?
Ludmilla is just a monk that has the ring of muscle and the lasso, you know?
Strange combination.
The vampires also auto pass that. So they will take.
They'll take
8.
half of that. Yeah.
She's just hitting like these 3, right? This one, and this one.
I think so. Let's see. Where did I draw the line? I think only this one, and maybe that one. Which other one?
I mean, it's technically not passing through any of their spaces there. But it is
It's
5
5
feet
feet.
wide.
It's 5 feet wide. So
I'd say you could pick
I know it
these
hits
2
this
or
one.
this
I don't know
one.
about the other 2. Just pick 2.
Alright, I'll pick 2 and subtract 8 HP from them.
Alright. Go ahead and just subtract which 2 you're picking.
Alright, health subtracted.
Okay. So Valenta did not take damage again. Damn it. So is evasion only dexterity?
Yes.
Okay. I'll have to
There
find
is
out.
another feature out there that does it for every single save. I think it's called like avoidance.
That sounds cancer.
Okay, Zinus is gonna turn back to himself. Ilion, you can cast Eye Bite now.
Yeah? Okay.
No, you can't.
I'll do my thing, then I'll come down here and cast Eye Bite.
Who's
They
getting
were...
eye-bited?
What?
Who's getting eye-bited?
Valenta. Give me 1 second, though. I don't believe I want to make this a charisma save. Oh,
You've
fuck,
seen
what
her
was-
charisma save before, right?
Yeah.
It was plus 23.
Yeah. Eye Bite's normally a wisdom save, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, rogues aren't naturally good at wisdom, so rip it.
Alright.
Aha! I'm assuming you're legendary resisting.
Yep.
Okay. I kind of figured as much, but I figured I'd burn it. As part of that, I will.
Yeah, that's an at will. It's a decent way to burn it.
Yep. I will.
You have a roll again while we're still on it. I'll try it too.
Yeah.
She would have blown her reaction to give herself advantage in the first one, so that's not an advantage, so she will blow another resist.
Okay.
And then same as last turn, I will be positioning myself to. I think I can hit all 5 of these. I don't know. I'll position myself however necessary to hit those with this. And
Chemical Savant not apply to that?
it does. Alchemical Savant applies to any spell I cast using. I took the charisma save, but yeah.
But they can't make the charisma save.
Oh, charisma save?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they're gonna just all take the full 20 damage.
Yeah, Alchemical Savant applies to any spell I cast using Alchemist Supplies as the focus, which it is.
Alright, I subtracted her
And-
HP.
Is her AC still 34? Is it down to 29 again?
It hasn't been her turn yet, I don't think. So it's still at 34.
Oh god. Alright. Maybe I just shoot Valenta, because fuck them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is the spell? Boom. Ooh,
That's a hit.
yeah.
Didn't she use shield for all of Atreus' attacks? So did she cast shield again?
No, it has not been her turn, is what she said. So shield was still active from the last time?
But that was against Atreus, and Atreus just had another turn, so in theory...
Oh. Oh, yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, I think that's right then. It's...
Okay. I will deduct 25 from Valenta.
And I suppose I will come back up to the squishies.
Is that what we're calling us now?
Used to? Yeah, are you kidding?
I mean, those two, sure. This one...
Yeah, that's why I'm here and not here. Yeah, she's the... Andraste is the tankiest one out of all of us. Because she gets to die 3 times.
That's true.
Dude, if I had that ability, I would be literally in the middle of every single fight.
Well, I wanted to be, but someone's dominated, so I'm not allowed to be. Then there's a fucker standing behind an 8-foot tall couch, apparently. I don't...
True.
Yeah, can we
Nice.
destroy these couches? Maybe I should have spent my turn doing that.
I actually don't have much to do on my turn. I can do it.
What are you aiming those at, Fenrir?
It's Anastasia.
Alright,
I think they'll miss. Actually, you
Pain.
know what? Okay, we're since the aura would like cover them anyway, let's fly over here. Any opportunity attacks can be redirected against the shiny armor.
I do not believe that they are going to, Yeah.
Actually, she's gonna make an opportunity attack, too.
Oh shit! Is that a spell?
Yes, she's a warcaster.
Oh shit! Wow, she literally is me. What the hell? This is bullshit.
And you know what? As a joke, I'm gonna use the Silver Knight shield to cast Hold Monster on Valenta.
Nice.
Nice, joke.
Nice memes.
How's that a joke? It will work. Do it.
Because it doesn't work on undead.
Yeah, she knows.
Oh.
I believe we still have
I keep confusing Hold
at
Monster and
least
Dominate
Diana and
Monster.
Saren left.
Yeah.
I just don't really know how to kill them. Does anyone have an idea?
Probably has something to do with the heart.
Have you tried harder?
Where is the heart again?
It's at the very top.
It's a place we cannot get to
Yep.
because we are locked in the room.
Okay,
So
so
either
what
we
is-
either
that,
we find ways to permanently
or-
incapacitate them, or dominate them, or
can
we
only-
just hit them harder.
It might also be they might all just share the same health bar or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Maybe we have to get them to negative.
Like the
their max
hags.
HP.
I think the hags all share
Yeah.
the same health bar.
It was not. I don't think they did.
They did.
They did. They had the heart that was during health bar.
Okay, who is the one that you guys have been having trouble hitting?
The one with
Technically
36
Valenta,
AC.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, Escher and Valenta. But yeah, Valenta's got more reactions to use. Just remember, Valenta still has 2 legendary resists.
Yeah, and this guy is basically beat to the pulp.
Another good thing if you really just want a straight answer, you technically do have Ludmilla dominated. You can force them to tell you the truth.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I'll tell her, but I want to ask how to defeat the rest of Strahd's husbands.
Yo.
I think I'll just have them. Like, I'll show you the ability that's at fault, and then I'll have say like she's basically explaining that.
Okay.
You will take this. Will use your action, by the way.
It's okay, that's totally fine. I really don't have much to do.
Okay. So now we're playing Darkest Dungeon too. Fantastic.
Yeah, literally. That's what I thought when he said that.
Yeah.
Okay. Since I did not cast a spell, for my action, I cannot actually cast.
So walking in repeatedly what I was doing is actually the solution.
Yes, that is cool.
I was rolling on
just got lucky.
there.
Yeah, I guess you just got lucky.
Do I have any fucking bonus actions? I don't think so.
I mean, that's what Quicken Spell is for.
True.
That's yeah. I guess I'll Psychic Lance Escher.
Alright. Is that it all for none or all for half?
It is
half.
all for half, yeah. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Are you sorry?
Then that's Psychic Scream. Sorry, hold on.
A little different.
That's something a little different.
Bam. 7d psychic damage.
I do believe he is stunned for failing that,
Pog.
but he is still alive or unalive.
Incapacitated, not stunned, but yeah.
Okay, he's incapacitated.
Yeah, it's slightly different. Stunned has incapacitation as a sub effect.
Does answering my question, like, does Ludmilla answering my question take her turn also? I guess I don't think
I would
so.
say
Right?
it's a reaction to respond.
Okay, so it would take a reaction. In that case, I will say this now, but I'm gonna have her come closer to us, like bring Escher up here
Okay.
when
She will-
when she gets.
I would just have her beat the shit out of Escher if he's not dead.
Yeah, but you know she can do both.
Oh, can she do both? I
one,
didn't.
two.
Okay.
I don't think that it would take a whole action for, or I don't know. Would it take a whole action for her to bring him over here?
She could probably just try to lasso him again after moving.
Yeah. Okay, look, that's fine. I don't want her to just. I'm gonna say keep hitting until he dies.
He is incapacitated, so his auras are not in effect right now.
Wow.
I could do this.
I really like Psychic Lance. It's such a good spell.
It was an Unearthed Arcana spell until recently too.
Yeah, I know. I remember the Unearthed Arcana version was fucking insane. Okay, what the fuck was that?
That was a sneeze, I believe.
Was that a spiritual weapon going out?
It is.
No, that was a
We're just gonna stab Escher while he's on the ground.
Right, well, you need to beat his AC for that.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh,
what you
well.
think.
Wait, we're casting spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
Can I also cast spiritual weapon?
This is advantage. So let me try.
Spiritual
Wait,
orchestra.
would this be, yeah, this would be advantage. I think.
Hell yeah! All right, wait. Wait, you gotta draw your spiritual weapon. This is like a rule for real.
Shit.
Who's it on? Escher?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pull a classic Jake move and just make it an L.
L.
For
That's
Ilion.
a hit.
What?
And he is dead.
Holy fuck! Finally.
Nice.
Okay, in that case, Ludmilla's tactics are going to change later. I'll tell you what to do.
Right, I need to go change all of their sheets to remove his bonuses from them.
Fair enough. Out of curiosity,
Well,
did you
shit.
make them as monster seats or character seats?
Monsters.
Oh, that's a little bit more annoying, I guess, for removing that stuff.
Okay, here. I'm gonna have it bonk this one. I don't. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I think that hits. How much damage does it do?
Which one's being
1d8.
boned?
This thing.
Didn't you use that on Escher? With the
I was
roll-
going to, but he died, so.
Oh,
I-
that was him re-rolling with advantage. Got it. Good, yeah, that hits. It's 1d8 plus your intelligence mod, I think, because you just got that with intelligence.
Yeah. Would this benefit from alchemical smell? Let me check.
If you could convert it to poison and then have it benefit, I think.
It would not benefit from alchemical savant. Alchemical savant says, when you cast a spell using your alchemist supplies, you get a bonus to one roll of the spell or potion. So since I'm casting it using the replicator drive, it would just be 1d8 plus 8. Yeah, 16 damage.
Alright, subtract that, and then I'll go back to fixing the sheets. Is there anyone else who still has a turn?
Yeah, Syriza has the bonk.
Yeah.
Bonk.
I forgot to put a point away from
crit,
Quicken Spell.
Is that aimed over at Valenta?
Yeah.
Alright,
Oh, do we want her back in the corner?
Put baby in the
No
corner.
one puts beer in the corner.
I'm putting her back in the corner.
No problem.
back to the baby rage corner.
She said she's resistant to necrotic.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought you had the option of necrotic or radiant.
Oh, when you cast the spell, yeah.
Oh, when you cast it.
Yeah, it's usually on radiant, but I have another add-on that does necrotic.
Gotcha.
Wait, half of 5 is 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always rounds down.
Generally,
It will do 2 instead of 5.
your
it's
spiritual
2.
weapon looks like mustard on a hot dog. Like, like prove me wrong.
Somebody draw the hot dog.
Hot
I
dog.
was trying to draw an uwu.
Too much work.
Wait, did Rose tell us how to defeat people?
Yeah.
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 They make like a a 1d20 when they take damage below 0 HP, and if they get a 1 to 5, they die. Otherwise, they don't.
Oh, okay.
Alright, the first 2 hits will bring Valentia down to 0, meaning she will need to roll twice on death's door. And she will survive.
Rick.
You're so ungrateful.
Maybe we can port these rolls.
Oh, true. Actually, does Porton work on that? I actually don't know.
No idea. But anyway, I will also attack Valenta.
See, I think Portent would work on that.
No sir.
Depends on the wording of portent.
I guess it doesn't really matter if I do anything else. So I will. Wait, let me double check something.
Also, boop her back. Back into the corner she goes.
But
Oh yeah. I just realized I literally never need to use steady aim. I forgot Ambush Master. When I use my cunning action, my second attack will have advantage anyways. Anyway, so I will attack Ludmilla without sneak attack because nobody's in range. But I will use my cunning action for focus.
Who are you attacking?
Not Ludmilla, Valenta, sorry. So I miss, and then I will do my second attack, which does have sneak attack. Not that it really matters.
Why don't you guys like attack me?
So then that hits. Okay, she's fine. Well, shit. Oh wait, Hellfire Eruption might kill her though. Actually, wait, she doesn't
She
even
can't
have to,
fail it.
Yeah, she can't fail it.
Actually, wait, no. With the paladin dead, maybe she can. Probably not, but
Well, you can try anyways.
her.
Nope.
She has to roll real fucking bad.
She has to roll very bad, yeah. I don't believe I got anything else. Nope.
Yeah.
I think that's everyone.
I think so.
And Huey.
Well, it is their chunk now.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I say no.
Alright. All of these attacks are going straight at Cereza.
Freaking rude. Oh, I forgot to move.
Oh my.
I forgot my AC.
Why are they at advantage?
They shouldn't be,
Oh, okay.
you know. I forgot to turn that off.
Just shy.
Oh my, that is.
So then the first 2 do miss.
Yeah.
And then the last,
I
second
probably reaction cast.
Why
No.
does the first 2 miss?
Because Ceresa's AC is higher than 24 and 25.
It's 25 and 34. That first one's a
sorry,
dexterity
that's
save.
my bad. They all look the same.
That's a lot of attacks. This ain't a rogue.
It's almost like there's a master of
It's
thrown
probably
weapon
like
fighter.
like a mix of stuff.
Yeah.
She just standing there and attacking.
Yes.
Okay. What was the
Back into a
ruling?
corner.
What was the ruling for shadow armor again? I forgot.
The first attack will be at disadvantage.
And then I can teleport.
Yeah, after with the subsequent hit, yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't make things auto miss though, and that's the question.
Wait, but if I teleport further away and I'm out of range, then this.
I think the text on it is after.
The text on it is after.
Yeah, if you put it in chat because I vaguely recall that.
My roll 20 is lagging.
I'm going
No.
to paste an image into campaign chat for you, Fenrir.
I knew we knew one of them was immune to psychic.
Which one?
Valente.
With disadvantage. Again.
Yeah, the next time an attack misses or hits you implies that the attack can hit you.
Ah, okay. Wait, if you cast a reaction, the spell goes first before the hit goes in, right? So it's not like I take a hit, do the reaction, then I have to take the second hit too, right?
You gained it would turn into disadvantage upon. Yeah, this basically is a reaction to make the attack go into disadvantage, and then subsequent attacks make you move.
Okay. So if I add, yeah, I keep thinking the dex save is attack. So 25, 32. Okay, so let's see how many of them hit them.
I believe that's
Two
two
of them?
daggers.
3 of them hit.
Putting them all at disadvantage.
3 of them hit. Yeah. What's the range on her thing?
On her attack range?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you've ever seen her, like... I don't think you've had a lot of information to know what her attack range is like, with the way she's moving.
Is she just a blur right now? I just can't see anything. I'm staring right at her, though.
I mean, are you going to try to move away in between each hit?
I can only teleport once. I haven't teleported.
Oh. I mean...
Also, none of the crits hit. I don't know what.
Oh, it'll just not take the crit part of the damage. Not that it matters much. And she does not have sneak attack anyway. So this is basically just... because you're immune to acid. But yeah, like, if you could only move once, you would still be in range.
Yeah, that's what I assumed, so that's why I just didn't bother moving. 17 plus 20 plus 18. Okay.
Hey, that's not too bad.
And like, I don't actually think it matters too much if she tries the Shadow Fade at this point. Because of Ilion, Teresa, and Theron being able to ferret her out.
And there's no more furniture on that side of the room, asshole.
Is it just one of them alive still?
No,
Other than the
Anastasia and Valenta are both alive.
Yeah, and it shows you're still alive, but
Where the fuck is she?
Anna's
Top right corner
taking
where she's
3
always been.
damage for starting in the Hunger of Hadar.
Oh wow. It'd be sad if she ended up killing herself.
Oh, it's hurt then. Oh, psychic damage too.
Yeah,
Aura.
she can't move because of your aura.
Because that gets increased to 300 feet as well, for some reason.
Yeah. So it's 12 raw psychic damage.
Yes, half paladin level.
Okay. And she can't move because of Menace, right?
Indeed. I like that with the frightened / menace condition, like they can't move towards you, but no move speed in the conquest aura, so you know. They
And
won't
she's
bang.
blinded, so she can't use a bunch of her spells here.
They're basically restrained.
Ironic that she's blinded her by her own spell.
She can't use that because she can't see. I'm just going through her spells. Give me a moment. Okay, this one does not need vision. But like, she's blind, so like she would be firing it randomly. So let's put it randomly like here then. And say only Finril and Kariv are in range.
The worst.
She will throw a blight grenade.
See what you mean. Is that a spell or an ability?
That is a spell.
Ooh,
Where is she
yeah.
throwing it?
She's
Blasting
throwing it roughly, let me show you, like here, because she has had to randomly pick a point because she's blind.
Okay.
Can I see this happening?
She's currently in the middle of a place where there's no line of, like, no light, and you also don't have line of sight to her. Like,
Oh,
she's
right,
pretty on
okay.
the other side of a wall.
That's an advantage. Then we'll do crit.
I mean, you're a shield master, right?
Yeah, but we like to give Crib his own chance. Yo. Okay, you know what? We're a shield master.
Useless crew.
Well, that's their turns. Cabal and Andraste.
Whee!
Take Escher off the thing. Unless he's planning on reviving, he is just giving me a bad taste.
Yeah, it's actually very easy to remove them from the list. I didn't know that.
Oh, it's Valenta out in the open?
Yep.
Make that con save.
Oh, true. Oh god.
They're still gonna take half
Still
damage
half
from that.
damage, yeah.
Still have damage. I rolled it. Give it a second.
I mean, she was at 0 HP, so
Doesn't really matter.
I mean, dying to the sun would be pretty hilarious.
just barely
Oh,
does
that
not.
was so close.
Alright, we shoot. Hit
What?
Valenta.
And she dies on the first arrow.
Yes!
Yeah. As they Valenta reels back from the sun after being dissed by Sarisa, and last words that utter out of her mouth is, "Strahd, save me!"
Did they save her?
Weak.
Oh,
There's some horror in here that I can't shoot. There seems to be
Well, just go for.
Ratnens.
No,
I mean, you can aim for Anastasia. You'll just be at disadvantage because they haven't taken the hide action.
And they've not moved for like 2 turns.
Yeah, because they couldn't move.
Disadvantage is scary.
No, it's not.
We'll try once. We go shoot. Hey, look at that! It's scary!
Nice,
Well, normal would have.
fantastic.
You know. No, do it again. Rip it. This is gonna be a double 20. Easy. Oh god. Okay. Why are you like? You're rolling not too hot, huh?
4. There we go.
Oh.
go ahead and
Disadvantage.
Do
best
be
you
like that.
Disadvantage is scary.
None of those hit.
None of those hit?
None of those hit because they're at disadvantage.
I will. How close is she anyway? Theoretically speaking. 10. I need to go. I need measurements. Can I? Am I outside if I go here?
No.
Was that a no?
You're not inside.
Okay. Bonus action. I cast Icarus, my ranged edition. Free attack. That
Yes.
fucking.
I mean, the dice are just saying
Rolling
don't be
harder.
greedy. You already got one.
All I'm saying is I have 4 more shots.
does this darkness seem magical in nature?
How
It does seem
wounded?
magical in nature.
Does it seem like it could just go away if I asked it to?
Yeah.
Possibly, if you asked it in the right way.
Cabal says, "It's awfully dark. I wish I could see."
Wait,
and
what?
casts
Oh.
Which?
I wish.
Fucking cast wish or something.
Cast
else. Like,
Fast.
hang on.
After shooting blindly in the dark for a little while, Andraste, there's Anastasia.
Help.
You cast the spell magic at 6.
The
Hunger of
one-
an R has been dispelled.
The one mobile vampire. Oops.
Oops.
And then Staff of Golthius will proc. He will scoot this way. Wait, no, not there. Maybe actually, you know what? He would do that. And
And
as a bonus action, fire one of his stars.
Their AC was not met if that's who you're aiming at. Oh, okay. Yeah, she'll take the 15.
And then the boys.
Season 2.
Season 3.
The
So I
boys
said
season 3.
2, so-
Can you not move them, or?
I'm just making sure that it's within their speed.
Okay.
And we'll chomp them.
Chomp.
He bite.
nice.
Yeah, that's gonna connect. All right.
I forgot to remove the bonuses from this sheet.
Onto all of them. Actually, just straight up murderizes this vampire right here, and this one over here, and this one.
Even if it doesn't murderize them, they're probably not doing too bad out there in sunlight anyway.
Yeah, the other 3 are scarcely alive at this point, and Valenta's down to 0 HP.
Nom nom.
That's
Not
his
a-
death.
No, Valenta, Anastasia is down to 0 HP.
Now that I'm back to normal, I am no
Does
longer
that hit
scared.
within 10 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, she resisted the fire, but that's still at 0 HP.
Shoot.
Poggers.
That's a hit.
Onto what's your face?
And she is felled.
I'm so good at this.
Wow, save some for the
More
rest of
shots.
us.
Vampire A, Vampire B, Vampire C.
Dead, dead, and dead.
I'm so good at this. Look at me.
So what's the plan here with Ludmilla?
Keep her around. What the fuck you mean? She's under
Well-
my control for a long time.
You think as soon as we walk
Until
out...
Strahd walks up and says
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's what...
How can he dispel it?
I'm gonna
What
destroy
do you
the
mean, how
couch.
can he dispel it?
He literally casts Dispel Magic
Yeah.
and says, fuck you.
Okay,
Fuck you, not guaranteed. But
I'm
just
gonna
Dispel
destroy the
Magic.
couch. It's important.
Alright, counter
Well,
spell.
no, he
Yeah,
spell cast
no.
everything.
And before he has like 5 reactions.
Probably. He actually probably has
Okay.
infinite reactions.
Okay, so instead of like fighting her, I'm just gonna ask her a bunch of questions. Like, what is with the heart upstairs?
Alright. With total control exerted over Ludmilla, they go ahead and answer your question about what is the heart upstairs. I'm trying to think about how much they know and what they would answer with. Give me a second.
Everything. Give us everything.
Give me everything tonight.
Oh,
You're
your
asking
secrets
Ludmilla-
will be mine.
Are you asking Ludmilla to give you everything tonight?
No.
Eyes emoji.
Unless.
Haha, JK, unless.
I mean, look at that face.
Rose likes women.
Oh, that's the unless.
We should also ask about the
What?
location of keys, if she knows those.
Be a good one.
Yes,
Surely
we
they
can ask
traverse the
whatever we
castle.
want, you know?
And also, if the combat is over, I will begin looking around this room in particular for said keys.
Confiscate all of Ludmilla's stuff. Alright, Ludmilla's belongings
Actually,
have been
sorry.
confiscated.
Can I? Yeah, can we break that couch.
Fuck you, Griff's sitting on it.
I'm gonna break off like this portion of the couch on the side, you know?
Wait a second. So
Damn, if only I didn't already have +3 studded leather.
do we have the other keys with us?
Yeah, we have 3 of them, right?
Show them to Cabal.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot the couch, hang on. Bang.
Before we continue, can we see what Ludmilla knows?
I would like to actively defend the couch with my shield.
While this couch shenanigans are going on over there, like in the background.
You shoot
No.
the couch and it's just bouncing off. It's just flying to me.
Oh yeah, up there.
I'm gonna move over here and shoot the couch.
It's still a target with an object or a target within my area. It's just bouncing to me.
Yeah, what if I shoot the couch and then Hellfire Eruption?
That would be not very cash money.
That would be very not cash bounty of you.
A shield master.
Won't protect the couch enough. You
I
can't.
have
Atreus is
have
in
one
the
spell left.
But Atreus doesn't
you guys
actually
know.
care too much about Strahd stuff, so he actually just lets you destroy the couch. Actually, he goes ahead and destroys these chairs.
Fuck you, couch.
Oh, I'm gonna take that
Oh,
+3 shield
look
to
at all
add
these-
to our +3 shield collection.
We should look at all these scrolls and shit everywhere.
Can we have Ilion make like a +5 shield out of the 3 +3 shields?
Wait,
Like
that
if
ain't
we
working.
super
Dragon's
super
Wrath, give the
glue all the
Dragon's Wrath battle
+3
axe to
shields
hell.
together.
Together.
Yeah,
What's
just
a
get on the Algon
Awakened
and just like...
Silver Dragon's Wrath battle axe? What is
Oh,
what
that
is
actually
a
sounds kinda
Awakened
wild. What the
Silver
heck?
Dragon? Can I get some of this Awakened Silver Dragon stuff?
Well,
Man,
hold
did
up,
they
hold up.
loot? Did they loot the castle with the Silver Dragon?
I mean, that's a possibility. It
That
doesn't-
couch. Well, hold up. No, not the couch. The battle axe. Is that the one that Ludmilla is holding? Oh yeah, it is.
Also, who needs healing?
I need healing.
I do.
I do.
I
need
have
healing.
found a very nice little loophole.
No?
Oh no.
Take it.
Very cool. Very legal.
Biomancer?
Never.
Who's a biomancer?
A biomancer. I do not know what a biomancer is. It is a name.
What?
We have a biomancer in our party.
Let's take
yeah,
the
it's
healing.
news to me.
Yeah, Zinus can turn into one,
He,
and
ca-
they
can-
have healing.
Wait, is that actually gonna work?
That's what it says. The biomancer magically emits life-giving energy within 30 feet.
I never heard of this. Why is this only relevant now?
Because I didn't know about it before either. I just found it while I was perusing.
Amazing.
Hmm.
So Cabal looks around and sees you guys frantically looking for something, and he's confused. What are you guys looking for?
Drugs.
I'm looking for
Frantically.
answers.
Wait.
Answer.
Wait, is Kriv off the couch?
Yeah.
Who's got the keys?
By heart.
Present them to Cabal, please. Show them to him.
Oof. Oof. Fuck this
Why
couch.
does Cabal want them? That's kind
Well,
of sus.
he's kind of confused of why you guys looking. He doesn't know why we're here.
Aqua, is the couch
We're
destroyed?
here to find the missing ingredient.
What were the things that were done to try and destroy the couch?
I shot it like 5 times, and I think Andraste was also shooting it.
No, like, this couch is very sturdy. You're going to need to try harder than that. It's very good.
I crit the
Atreus is
couch.
gonna
No,
go
it's
down
it's
and
it's
get-
destroyed. I'm kidding. It's broken.
I was about to say Atreus is gonna get down.
Wait,
from,
wait,
1 and 2, lift the couch, and then rip it in half like a book.
Wait, I still have the spiritual weapon, hang on.
Yeah, the spiritual weapon hit it.
Yeah, the spiritual weapon will bonk the couch for this chair over here for 10 damage.
Doesn't it have to make an attack roll?
It did.
What did it hit? What did it make?
A 38.
That's not good enough.
Oh.
For the, well, just looking at the Biomancer, since that's only really available through other rules, I don't allow infinite stuff. That's infinite healing. You can get 1 heal on each person with it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. Like, that seems kind of strong.
Infinites are fake, unless you went to
They're awesome.
that's how you get inevitables on you. That's when a swarm of marriage just shows up and the campaign takes a very different turn.
Or you get really unfun stuff, like your healing just doesn't work.
Well,
Nah, alright, so about Ludmilla, who's just been standing there waiting to answer this whole time as Couch has been torn in half like a Pop-Tart.
Excuse me.
I really want
That is a weird analogy. Okay.
Wait, you don't rip Pop-Tarts in half when you eat them?
I don't shoot them with a gun.
I don't rip Pop Tarts in half.
Anyway, Ludmilla.
I tear like the crusty parts off the edges and eat the center.
I actually prefer the crust over the center.
Madness.
Okay,
What?
you know what? Actually, Pop Tarts just don't taste good to me. Okay, they taste like cardboard.
I'm about to say, like, what? Like, okay, fine, if you don't like it, but nobody says the crust is better than the cream filling.
I just don't like cream anything in general. So the crust does taste better, although not by a lot. Still tastes like cardboard.
So, Ludmilla, having been interrupted by Pop-Tarts, the question was about what the heart is, right? And then also about the keys?
Yes.
About the heart. It is one of my husband's greatest strengths. Whenever they would be injured, it instead goes to the heart and makes them immortal, eternal. The land. One of the keys is held by Rahadin up above the floors. The other, it is above the heart and the northern tower.
Who's guarding the heart?
The heart can defend itself.
What does it do?
It's a self-sufficient heart.
It quakes the tower on any intruders that would go up, trying to send them flying down and wrenching them with magical attacks.
Oh, that's wild.
How does the heart know if we're intruding? Like, is there a way to disguise ourselves as allies?
What?
Like, how does the heart know we're enemies? Like, I don't know how else to ask.
It would recognize you. I do not know if it would recognize me.
I don't know. Sometimes the heart will just know.
How much HP? Like,
There's a door?
This door is revealed with this color.
Oh.
None. There's no color on it.
Atreus smashes it.
Map. Searching through the room here, you try see if there is a key, and in fact there is. Inside of the fireplace, there's a key there, and that key has the following color. It has the color of pink.
Friendship.
Wait, have we seen pink?
I thought we did
No.
last session.
I thought we saw magenta, but I could be wrong.
Oh, is magenta not pink?
It's blood. It's red. It's not blood orange. It's red.
Pink. Was that the one that Rahadon was in? No. Oh, you're on that one.
Rodden was behind in orange
Okay.
up here.
Yeah, it was orange.
think about trying to get Linmilla to
Oh, whoops.
kill the
Wrong one.
heart?
Yeah, we can just send her up there to die. What could go wrong?
I think that would be a little heartless.
She's our enemy.
What are
We
you
would have
talking about?
killed her regardless. We literally
That's
just killed the
just
other three.
A pun, Jesus Christ.
Wouldn't she just take damage and then the spell loses effect?
Yes, but she would still have to fight the heart.
If you order her, she'll do it because of gosh dang dominant. It's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah,
but
I
then
do
she would no longer
realize-
dominate after a very short amount of time.
I mean,
I don't think we should send her off on her own, to be quite frank.
I
No.
agree with that statement.
Yeah, I agree too.
I mean,
but
she's
I'm-
basically stuck with us now. So
Yeah, so we have we have two options here. We could
Oh, what the?
kill her.
Hey,
I look Chip in here.
Does Chip
that's
want to
been
go
really
the
cool to
fire?
watch.
What the fuck?
Okay, so we
Wait.
could kill her
Chip been
here.
with us this entire time?
Yeah, they've been you with you this entire time. They just turned into a snowflake and were in one of your pockets.
What the fuck, Chip? I gestured threateningly at Chip.
All right, I see. I understand. It's fine. I'll just keep watching.
He goes away again.
Hey, Aqua.
Better not be spying.
Aqua.
Yeah.
I have something I want to do. I want to burn this chair.
All right. It is non-flammable.
What?
No, never mind. You just weren't trying hard enough. It's gone.
Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. This is burning hands. I'm hitting the table too, actually. Yeah, fuck you, table.
Dang, you
Alright.
just don't like friend, huh?
I am done with you guys. I'm trying to get answers over here and no one's listening.
Aliens.
They're just burning the room.
I'm listening. I just,
Paul's trying
I'm
to
not
figure out
participating.
what you guys are looking for, and he sees someone pick out a key, I guess, of a color. You want to show it to him?
No.
Why does Cabal cares all of a sudden? I
He
don't
just
get it.
suddenly realized that we were doing things.
Okay, yeah, Cabal, we're looking for colorful keys.
Can you
Well,
show
there's the
them? to
door
him?
here.
I don't have one.
He remembers what they're looking for, and maybe is he familiar enough with the keys now that he can find the last one or whatever's missing?
We know where
Well,
it is.
A particular creature. I don't think the keys count as creatures, at least for this spell.
Yeah, I think that has to be look it up.
I'm sorry. I swear I thought.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's a window, right? Just not an exit.
You do have the blue key. This blue staircase extends both up and down.
She mentioned that someone had the last key, right?
Rahadin.
We already know where he is, right?
Yes.
No.
Yes, we do. He's upstairs.
Well, he was upstairs, but he left the room, and we don't know where he went after that.
Okay, well I can just scry him.
There's a blue entrance up here, a stairs. There's also this entrance over here. We can go up either one.
You would like to scry on Rahadin?
I would like to scry Rahadin, yes.
Okay, give me a second.
Guys, before you get out of Discord, you should vote in the poll I put in campaign chat. It's very important.
I already.
I refuse to vote
Why?
because I'm a woman and I have no voting rights. I don't.
Nice.
I don't know.
What year are you in?
Interesting consensus. You do scry on Rahadin. It seems they are sitting there.
I don't know. I was just kidding.
They're sitting there cross-legged, just drinking from a little bowl. Their eyes are closed. It's in deep contemplation.
You know, it'd be
I'm
pretty
gonna-
hilarious if he's scrying on us as you're scrying on him.
Well, if he's
Scryer,
crying on
I'm
us, then
scribe.
we would be able to tell because we can see the orb.
Hmm.
Can I
Yeah.
like ask? Can I ask her like what she knows about Rahadin? Like what are his weaknesses and whatever?
Rahadin is a great fighter. They use blood to enhance their attacks and give up some of their life force to do so. I have seen them. They mince anybody in a straight up fight. I have not seen what happens when faced with more than one enemy, but there are not that many enemies of Strahd or us.
Okay.
Well,
Important question. What class is she?
What do you do successfully?
Not a lot.
Such a weird way to ask the question.
It's
it's a
a
meme. Yeah.
What's your
it's a
passion?
meme. No, it's a meme. Hold on, let me find it
It's
really
so
quick.
uncultured.
Yeah, I've showed it to Nick before.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask her if I can see her character sheet. Thanks. In character, of course.
In
Can we
character.
see what all those silver whatever gear things were? Piece of gear.
What?
They're the things from Fizz bands, except they're silver because they came from Arjit's Pulse.
Oh, so we can use them? Can we get a handout?
They are attunement items.
Attunement. Yeah.
Oh, fucking
Okay, guys,
hell.
it is it's a 6-second clip, but please go watch it really quickly.
I'm in bed. I don't want to get up.
Let me ask you a very fair
Are you in
question.
bed during D&D?
What do you do to
Because we're not at a time where I need to be at my computer, and I can still talk because I have wireless headset.
Incorrect. It is always time for you to talk.
What do you do successfully? Quickly.
Before we can have the rest of the floor before we go up any stairs.
Yeah, let's.
Well,
let's
hold
ex-
on.
let's
Before we
explain the
go,
rest of
let's
this,
just try to figure out like everything we need to know from her, so that she is disposable afterwards. Because like we don't want to keep her around if she
Yeah,
is a threat.
What class is she?
We just type it there. They're a variant ranger.
Variant What the fuck?
Variant
Okay.
Ranger. What the hell?
I want. Honestly, I kind of like the lasso thing.
A little bit later, the wares enter into the room.
Oh, what the? Weren't they dealing with the things?
Yeah, the
The
Nabasu
Nabasu.
things. Yeah. Kirill expresses what's happened. They were unable to tear through our flesh and ended up retreating after we held them off for several minutes.
Oh, minutes, Jesus.
But
Several minutes.
I suspect that won't last for long. I'm getting increasingly worried at how they retreated like that.
Pretty hardcore of you.
Probably went to go grab some silver.
I imagine that may be the case. While they may be mindless if they're under a Strahd's command, then that could be dangerous. Regardless, have you made progress?
Well, we have a vampire.
Patriot just points his blade at Ludmilla. Guess we have her.
General points at the ruined furniture. Sighing as he does so.
Is Fenville a furniture connoisseur?
Also, this entrance, which I want to proceed to go through, though I'm quite wounded.
You're fine.
I think we should
Okay.
barricade corridors as we go.
I'm just placing
I have quite expendable HP. And
I'm just keeping.
Fuck, I can fly.
I'm just keeping the wares inside this room.
It's actually kind of really weird that like hold monster doesn't work on undead.
I know, right?
It is really weird.
Like, why undead specifically? Like,
Why undead?
it's been wrecking my brain.
Do you notice, Teresa, that all healing in the castle is halved because of the castle's effects? If that's what that is.
This includes sorry, short rest healing?
Yes, all healing.
Oh, I think I messed up somewhere then.
As some Andraste and Atreus, both of you are just about getting ready to leave the room, a booming voice echoes inside of all of your heads. Why do you continue this unnecessary attack? You understand this land is but torture for everyone. You should cease now.
Atreus, as he hears Strahd's voice, he proceeds to lift up this cabinet and then
You don't hear Fenrir. Mhm.
he proceeds to snap it in two. That's his response. No further voice than required.
There's no negotiation here. You will all die.
World.
I
Well, yeah, that's kind of the thing. We either die to you or we die also to you.
Either way, I die to you.
Yeah,
Either way,
so,
we
like,
die apparently.
There's literally no reason not to try.
But then,
Raw.
we shall see you soon. Yes, very soon. Very soon.
I actually have a prior engagement. Can we meet tomorrow?
Not picking up his call anymore.
The voice ends.
I must have run out of minutes.
Oh my god.
It's after 9 p.m. How can you run out of minutes?
Are you good, Rose?
No. Holy shit.
You okay?
Hello?
I went outside to take my dogs out and it was so fucking cold.
Oh. Okay.
You're like having an asthma attack or something.
I thought you were like having a heart attack or something. Jesus.
Don't scare us.
Goodness.
Cold in May?
Bro, it like, it's the type of like wind that like comes before snow.
Oh.
Unlucky.
Oh.
I would kill for some really cold weather right about now. I just worked all day out in above 90-degree weather.
I could
It
kill
was
you.
hot as heck.
Were you outside the whole day?
Nearly.
Shit, boy.
I could just kill
And our back office doesn't have AC.
And your what doesn't have AC?
So wait, it's really
Fuck.
easy to hit?
I inventory manage, so I'm basically handling inventory. In the back warehouse where we have most of our inventory, AC isn't even working, and it's 90 degrees outside.
Dang.
Damn, I hate when my
Are you in the United
company
States?
doesn't
Because that's
have
kind of
overclass.
illegal.
You guys are in Texas. Both of you are.
Yeah, they're
Well,
in
our
Texas.
AC units are busted. Of the six modules that we have, 5 don't work.
Have you considered working elsewhere?
We're
Dang.
location. That's why we're leaving that place.
Huh.
And well, I had to be outside a lot because we were moving inventory. What do you know it? Outside into a truck. I would kill for some cold weather right about now.
You say that, but like this shit like hit me straight in like the
Your
back.
bones.
Like, yeah, like it legit hit me in the bones. Like it's so fucking cold.
Where are you?
Huh?
Where are you again?
Colorado.
Oh,
Well, damn, don't sound
Yeah.
too excited now.
No, you're in Barovia.
well, I went to
Thank you.
I went back to Utah the other day and it freaking like snowed like a blizzard. I was actually very surprised because I didn't think it would happen in April. Fuck yeah, it was.
April showers, April snows.
Ugh.
Well, yeah, but like that's kind of like really common for Colorado. Like it snows here until May.
Yeah, it's common for Utah too. Apparently, I just don't accept it.
Send some over.
Don't accept
Yo.
it.
No,
I was
I-
just sad because of like global warming. I remember like, okay, so like nowadays in October it's like warm enough to wear a teeny outside. And I remember when I was younger, we had to like wear like 5 layers so we could go trick-or-treating because it was a blizzard in October. The difference is just really stark, and I think winter would actually end in like February, but now it snows all the way till May and it sucks.
How can
Nice.
that be though? Because global warming doesn't exist.
It's not real.
Yeah, maybe it's magic.
It's that Strahd guy. I bet he's messing with the weather.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, I've seen him do that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Crystal. Global warming's not real.
Climate change.
Aqua, how late do you plan on having the session go?
We have been here for 2.5 hours so far. I was thinking the 3-hour mark. That's typical.
Oh, has it only been 2 minutes?
I
guess
think
we didn't
it's
start
been-
right
We
at
didn't start until 10:30.
Yeah, we started 30 minutes late, that's why.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know why we
Alright.
started 30 minutes late, honestly. It's so mind-boggling to me.
Well, let's fuck up this other dude with the key.
Yeah.
Alright, gonna Kool-Aid man my way through this door.
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna peek in after Atreus.
FBI, open up. Oh, what the? Oh, it's a dark one.
Black. You see down the entire hallway. This is definitely the tower that has the heart inside of it.
Oh my.
We're here.
Yeah, looking over to the left. You see a variety of statues that are most definitely not inanimate.
What?
They're definitely not inanimate.
They're definitely not inanimate.
So they're definitely animate.
Yeah. They will definitely.
Anime.
Amino?
Well,
Assets?
how bad could this get? Let's go. I'm nearly dead. Oh wait, what the? Oh, okay, there we go. Weird.
Do these statues look familiar?
No, they are
Statues.
statues.
They're strangers.
That just can look familiar, dude. Like,
This is gonna end badly. I just know it.
Nothing in this campaign ever ends badly.
What the? Where did they go?
Here's the description of this room. The dark alcoves line the walls of this long hall. The ceiling has fallen here, leaving rubble strewn across the floor. Lightning from dark clouds periodically illuminate the hall, lighting the faces of life-size human statues in the alcove, each of visages frozen in terror.
Do these look petrified?
No.
No. Okay. Now I attacked one of these statues before, and they attacked us. Do these things look like they're holding weapons?
Yes.
Of course they are.
wait, what do we do with Ludmilla, guys?
Why not
for
just?
now.
I mean,
We'll come
just have her. Just basically be your lackey. Make her fight stuff, and also maybe
I-
take away her weapons too, if you really want to make sure she can't do anything to you.
Dude, that's not why I'm worried. You guys have said that if Strahd sees her, he's just gonna release her.
And then if she has no weapons, she's virtually useless.
Well,
I don't know about that. I don't really know all of her
So-
Magic
capabilities.
items, no weapons. She's.
I wanted to ask
useless.
Aqua, if you have like a creature who is essentially submitting to you, is it possible to essentially just execute them?
Yes. I mean, basically, yes, as in, like, you could all essentially ready your action in such a way that you could all just, unleash everything in one go. Which is pretty close to an execution.
It's just the firing squad. Except we're all guilty.
Let's play a game. Let's see who can hold their breath the longest. Haha, because we're friends.
But if you mean, like, just walk up to them and slit their throat, no, not necessarily.
What about if like
give him the-
Atreus bought his poleaxe down like an executioner on her head?
I mean,
Trying to start
again,
dark really quickly.
it'd be pretty much a critical hit, like similar to being paralyzed. But I mean, that wouldn't really help in Atreus' case. It would deal significant damage. It wouldn't be a like instant kill just with one hit. And you should be glad for that, because if that's how charms worked.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yep. Otherwise, that could be used against you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Not anymore.
Not
True,
anymore.
not anymore. We're immune to charm.
Andraste, ignoring the pretty statues, you walk forward and see a pink shimmer in this hall, which
Fucking
fades.
back. Okay, wait, right, yeah, okay.
What?
I actually spread my wings and kind of just like zoomed right through it, kind of bonked into the shield for a second. And now we have stairs. Get me out.
Alright, give me a moment.
Last time we were near these things was not very cool.
Well, I guess if Ludmilla is basically stuck with the party, Atreus is gonna commandeer her weapons for now.
You find yourself in this hallway.
Just let her fight.
Now that is dangerous.
I do not wish for her to.
She will instantly become undominated.
I was gonna say, I mean, maybe there's some way we can like restrain her so that no matter what, she won't like be able to do
Oh, I
anything.
have a pair of
Wait,
dimensional
I think we
shackles.
should
Yeah,
just
I was
kill
about to
her.
say,
Why
ask
don't
if
we
we
just
had-
kill her?
Because she
Door.
could be helpful. Like that's the whole point we were
And
keeping her.
if she could answer questions
Yo,
regarding the castle
long
as long
rest
as we
time.
get to places, it's useful. Dimensional
way-
shackles is good, and another
Yeah,
one
I
is
I will place dimensional shackles on her.
and then also confiscating any magic items and weapons that she has. Basically, turning her to a peasant.
I level 20 something peasant.
So basically, just command her to fork over any magic item she has.
Okay, I want you to give me all of your stuff,
Oh, hold on, whoa!
including clothes. Get naked.
Whoa!
bitch. Kidding.
Okay.
No, no.
Magic item.
I knew Rose had a thing for evil women.
All magic items, please.
And regular items.
What if her clothes are like glamour weave and they are magic items?
Oh, another
I
coming
know.
up.
Well, so if she takes damage, like even 1 point of damage, she will
Yeah.
get to roll for
Yes.
the thing.
Yeah.
Reminder, she punched
How,
someone into
how,
a wall.
how
and
is she looking right now? Did she take a lot of damage before she was
No.
charmed? Ah, shit. So she could basically just turn on us.
That's why I'm just telling you, this is the easiest method.
Well, they are
Put dimensional
regenerating.
shackles in it.
They are regenerating. I believe they've regenerated all their HP by now.
Yes. So put dimensional shackles on her and take away all of her weapons.
Would she be regenerating? Because can't regenerate in the sunlight, right?
She's not being physically harmed by the Enduring Dawn, as long as I don't consider her a hostile right now.
Okay, I just figured she couldn't regenerate in sunlight. Period. Regardless of
Yeah, they can't regenerate in sunlight, period. So I guess if Atreus is willing to always be next to them,
Sure.
or like,
fine.
you know, in the line of sight.
Yeah, I'll have her on my line of sight the entire time. That's fine.
Okay. You enter into this room here. Looking about, you see that it seems to be the servants' quarters. There's evidence of mongrel folk and other vampires who mostly keep like their belongings here in nice little tidy areas. There are brooms and other such things. It seems like this room is mostly where they rest and relax. A cursory inspection shows, however, that one of these beds must belong to the groundskeeper. This one particularly. And you notice because when you dig through the bed and through the mattress, you find what appears to be a map. And the map seems to show and update according to the current layout of the castle.
it's convenient.
Oh, buggers.
Wow.
Nice.
You gain
Wow.
knowledge of the entire layout of the castle, including the current laid down keys for today, given to the groundskeeper so they can do their job effectively. And there you are.
Amazing.
Well, that's useful. Now, Smash is bad.
No. I'm just gonna lift the bed and rip it into, like, literally everything else.
Wow.
I have something I need to.
You're committing arson.
I'm shooting at the brooms.
Getting some revenge on some brooms. Very cool. Also, I just gave a white outline to the black key just because it makes it easier to see it. It does have basically entirely revealed this map too. Hold on.
Sanguine, charm monster, blood curse, negative energy.
Sanguine.
Let me reveal.
A fire spell, sadness.
I have a Hellfire Eruption.
There wasn't much left to reveal on this particular map. But let me see. There is. You notice that the stairwell, the northern tower over here, seems to have a green key that is inhibiting the way up toward the main stairwell itself, which is blocked itself by a black key.
Why do we need like 7 more keys?
This
There's a
reminds me of
Metroidvania.
that one part in Harry Potter where we had to find a bunch of different colored things and then put them in the right order.
Maybe.
Is it where we had to find? Where you
Well, where the player has to find.
I guess we
Are
can
you
use
talking
these
about
guys
a
now.
game?
Yeah, I said this reminds me of that one Harry Potter game where you have to find like a bunch of different colored. Actually, I think they were keys, and then you have to put them in the right order.
Over on this map, you gain a lot more intel because you hadn't really explored this map very much. I'm just making sure everything here is laid out, but let me reveal the whole map. This map that you have seems to be magical in nature.
Huh.
Giggle.
There's a vampire entombed in the wall.
Matt,
Save him.
that was the initiative vampire.
What is this thing?
Which thing?
A chest.
Oh, what the?
And
Although the map notes the location of some kind of chest inside of the wall over there, it provides no meaningful answer of how to actually get into there. It doesn't seem that it's part of the groundskeeper's duties on this map. And on the map, it has certain sections of the castle that have to be cleaned by certain members of the staff. This one has no name attached to it.
Maybe we could just bust our way through that fireplace? I mean, the vampire showed up from there, right?
It's an illusory wall.
want to step into it or something?
I'll ask Ludmilla, do you know anything about how to get there?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because we have like an encyclopedia with us.
You're right.
Ludmilla answers, I have never needed to go into that room.
Where
Do
would
they-
we
do
be
they
able to
know?
find the answer?
The groundskeeper maybe knows. Strahd would as well. Perhaps Rahadin. They know almost as much as Strahd does about everything.
Sounds like we need to find this Rahadin fellow and fuck him up.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah, we need to fuck him.
Here.
That's certainly an option.
Fuck him?
It is?
Yeah, we're
No,
gonna fuck him.
no.
No, to F him up, man. I mean,
No.
Alright,
Yeah, well, yes,
Atreus
yeah.
wants to fuck Strahd. Confirmed.
Alright, here we go.
Rahadin,
Sorry.
actually.
this is just
Okay,
nothing but
we'll
stairs.
give you some. We will
This
give you
entire
some
thing-
alone time when we find them.
Oh god.
I do not have any more dominate monsters.
Oh.
Well,
I do
Good thing you at
actually.
least got it to work.
I do actually have one more because I never used another level 8 slot, but I don't have any more for free.
I have one more refreshable spell, and then I am out.
Wow.
A diagram of the actual heart itself is right there. Even on the map, its beating is so large that it actually is visible.
Does it say who cleans that room?
It was this.
Yes, the groundskeeper themselves is in charge of cleaning the mudroom. As for who's this, this is the accountant who was charmed and told to take a vacation. They're currently looking down and watching the ensuing fight in the courtyard.
Nice.
Forgot we charmed him. Ancient.
He's charmed for 24 hours.
What a vacation.
It's actually not a charm, it's a suggestion. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess this is useful too. At the very, very top, there is in fact even more. Give me a moment.
Wow.
I wonder if
Wow.
it's gonna show Strahd at the top of this map and it's just like, hey, what's happening? Bro.
He's in the bath.
Don't you?
Looking over, it becomes apparent two things. One, this here is the top of the tallest spire of the castle with the blood red key that blocks it. And over here, though not visible on the map, you can see what looks like some kind on the map. It's a little hard to take a look, but you have enough investigation proficiencies and expertise, I even believe, amongst you. It looks like a portal.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
At the tallest spire of the tallest map.
What's at the portal? I'll ask.
The map does not illuminate it, but I'm assuming you mean asking Linbilla?
Yes.
That is what Strahd is getting our fifth wife.
Oh,
What?
Arena.
Oh. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about her.
What the hell?
Oh yeah.
That's kind of one of the reasons why we're here.
I thought the reason why we're here is because we don't want to die.
You know, it can be both. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Priorities are.
Yeah, does this come as a surprise to you? Because I hope it
Oh, yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
And meanwhile, over here, perhaps not, it's not even hidden. There, at the top of the other spire, right above where the heart is, there is a blood red key simply laying on a piece of wood and full display.
Oh, of course.
a
So we have
trap.
to kill that heart thing first. Good to know.
This ladder seems to lead over to this path right here. As that is what your map illuminates and reveals to all of you. Oh, whoops. I always get map 4 and 5 mixed up. Oh wait, actually you were in the servants' quarters. Right. That's where you last were. That'd be over here.
So it's like we have to fuck up this raw-headed fellow. And
All right, let me go 1v1 my dude real quick.
Alright, good luck.
Yep. Big think. Yum.
Andraste heads up.
Small
back
issue. Small issue. I require orange key.
Just paint one of the keys orange. She'll be fine.
Oh, true. We have stair.
While we're
We have-
walking
we have
about,
the
I am
paint.
going to do some healing. This will be hard, but if anyone would like any of this,
I'll
help
take,
yourself.
I'll take all of it.
I also did cast Healing Spirit, however that works again.
Remember, all the healing is halved, so
So that's 22 from Fenrir.
do you mind if I just take that? I am like almost dead.
Yeah, it's fine. 22 is not much, so it's probably not even gonna make a difference.
Oh wait, you are almost dead, aren't you? Okay. While you live at some point while you were like smashing things,
Sure,
anyone
take a
was
short
like
rest sometime
walked
maybe.
up and he's like tapped you, going, "It's okay," and then healed you for an extra 60 before being halved.
9, 10 times.
Right, so 30 additional health. Atreus does seem to appreciate the healing.
$15 more healing in chat.
Oh man, if anyone has Beacon of Hope, that'd be a great spell to have on hand. Just
I
so
have
that we're
Beacon of Hope, but I need to short rest afterwards. Because I only have one packed magic slot left.
Find the orange key, and then everyone could take a big group nap in bed.
True.
I like
And
that.
then
Good huggy.
yeah, we're basically just not long resting.
I kind of can't function if I don't get short rest. So,
Shouldn't have played a warlock.
yeah,
Just warlock things.
just warlock things.
Do I have no, I don't have my second wind up. Tragic.
I'm running out of like my free spells and my spell slots.
I'm running out of HP.
Andraste, heading down all the way down that stairwell. You see that it leads. It's basically just a straight shot down back to here.
is there nothing else between here and there?
No, there's nothing else. It's just a straight stairwell.
Flame.
Oh, it doesn't go only. It only goes down, not up.
It goes for here. Let me see. I'm checking to see if the boost stairwell. No, the boost stairwell does not go up. This is the highest it goes.
Oh, so that means that we just went up the blue stair. We would have been here anyways. Wow. Okay.
Amazing. Alright,
Maybe-
I require...
All right. Where was the orange key? Surely on that map it would show us.
Let me
You
check.
don't have the orange key?
We don't have it.
What was the one we found over here in the fireplace then?
A pink key.
What is it?
Actually, where is the pink stairwell?
The pink stairwell.
There's one on the first floor, or there's
That
two
key
on the
was
first
the
floor.
one that was just lying on the table, right? That Jay was describing earlier.
That one was
No,
red.
that's a blood red.
Oh, that's a blood red.
Hold on, I'm checking something.
There's two pink stairwells on the first floor. The main, yes.
Yeah, give me just a moment. I'm looking if there was something. Give me one segundo.
Uno segundo.
Uno segundo. That's
With-
Spanish for 1 second.
Yeah.
Time's up.
Sorta.
1 second, almost done.
Many seconds later.
We can't pivot.
What the heck is what I'm looking for?
remember when Adventure Time had that one April Fool's special, and they had one of those slides that said 1 second later. And I don't know if it was like I had a little too much to drink, but it felt like it was a really long time. More than 1 second.
Yeah. Just kind of like now.
Give me a moment.
It was a wacky episode.
1 moment later.
One eternity.
Oh.
down.
Eh. That's what I get for not marking it on the map. In addition to finding this map inside of this room, taking some time after searching through the map and looking through, like the servants' quarters, that is specifically. Searching more in depth through the servants' quarters, inside of one of the broom handles that you tore in half, there lied another key.
No way.
I needed to check where I had left it, and I was like looking everywhere except for the place where you already were.
What
Eyes
color key?
emoji.
Congrats.
And this one is white.
Oh gosh, dang it!
Is it like
Is that the white one?
a kind of bluish kind of white, or is it like?
It's like white, like this white over here.
Bluish white.
Oh,
So like gray white. So like kind of not white, kind of off.
That is not.
I mean, it's kind of egg white. It's kind of egg white.
Egg white.
Or
Yeah,
it's
like
There it is.
like blue
Come on.
egg, sure.
There you go. That's white.
Kind of like coloring sheets white. That way you can still use the white crayon.
White. Like eggs.
What's you egg? He stabs him.
Makes me kind of hungry for eggs.
There's nothing that is stopping you. Live out your best dreams, your best life.
I don't have eggs.
Oh,
I'm stopping you from having eggs.
All right.
Okay.
So we found the white key. Now
I
where
bought all
where does up here the orange key is?
the map does not have the location of the keys on it.
Dang.
Well, the only path we have right now is to go up to the white stairwell, right? Because we've explored every other place that we can go thus far.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so let's
Right.
start heading in that direction.
So
How would you like to tackle that? Like that white stairwell does go both up and down.
That's no entrance here, so where does down lead?
All right. Looking down, here's what you see.
Got a 100.
The staircase
go-
continues going down.
Yeah, there's still not an entrance there, so I guess down further. Oh right, yeah, we've been there.
This is a cool 3D map.
You know, I forget what's the shiny puddle of juice.
Wait, the what?
Launch.
The
Oh,
shiny
it was
puddle of juice.
it was temporary hit points.
Oh.
Launch.
I'm assuming then that you would wish to go over to here.
Yes. Slightly.
All right. No need to move yourselves over to there. I can assume that. You descend back down to the basement using the blue staircase that you had just found as a shortcut over there to avoid having to engage with the Nabasu that Andraste you successfully found.
Wouldn't the blue staircase lead us here?
Yes, and that leads directly down to the basement.
Oh, to the basement. Okay.
Yep.
Wait,
all the
why
way
would it
over
go
to here.
There? Lower?
It goes here.
Oh my god, it's a trap.
It's a
Don't mind
trap.
me.
Yo, is that a bear? No, it's a sheep. No, it's a dog.
Somebody casted the bear spell.
It's a beep.
Beep.
Meat.
Beep.
But yes, this is where the book staircase descends down, and by taking the purple staircase over here, you get right over back to the white staircase.
Okay, up we go.
All right, you touch the key over, and the white one opens up.
Do we hear or see anything upon doing that?
All right, as you begin to explore the castle, here's the white staircase. You are in it.
Oh, there's so many.
You take a look
Alright.
over to the left side over here, and you see that something that you had noticed earlier for X-ray vision is in fact still there. There are some vampires there that seem to be controlling some ghost archers that are pelting your companions outside in the courtyard.
Hey, come
Yeah,
on.
Let's
Yeah,
ambush
mess 'em
them.
Yo, we
Let's
got
ambush
PNG
them and
Atreus.
murder.
Okay, can I go first? Can I go first? Can I ambush? I'm fast as fuck, and I got like 84 attacks.
I'll go with you because I
I will also go with you.
I have perfect
Hey,
stealth,
wait a
so-
second. These guys look like they're within.
Fireball range.
Fireball range.
I have perfect stealth, so I will just follow.
I think if I follow you guys, the Enduring Dawn will just waste them away.
Well,
From, like, a
also
mile
the
away.
clunk, clunk, clunk of 1 and 2 walking around.
Where's the fun of that?
Wait, come on, get back here.
Oh god, they're going.
All right, the Mind Drinker vampires, as they're called, look backward at all of you, and they roll for initiative. They die.
Oh, okay.
What's the fun of that?
Heckin'.
They never even stood a chance. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close.
How much HP do they have?
They had about 70 each.
Oh. Atreus kills
Is
each of them with 1 hit.
70 or 7?
7-0.
Oh.
As the
10 max.
you haven't heard any Nabasu chasing you during this time. However, you notice that as the Mind Flayer vampires are like literally and utterly obliterated by fire energy, their eyes are literally being bitten. It's terribly painful. Arrows and the fireball.
Blow darts.
The ghost archers here do not disappear, but rather simply deactivate, standing motionless there.
Yo, minions!
Oh,
I guess
can
we
we
can
control them? Is that how are the vampires controlling them?
As Atreus steps into the center of the area here, the ghost archers stand to attention.
Oh.
What happens if more than
Do
one
they look like
person
they're
goes in?
aiming at me?
No.
They're awaiting orders.
Oh, they're awaiting
sir.
your orders.
I asked them to do jumping jacks. Give me 20.
No, what are you doing? Obviously, shoot the other vampires in the courtyard.
No, we're busy. We gotta test things out first.
Do
Let's
they
test their
do
loyalty.
they follow my instructions?
They do not follow your instructions to do jumping jacks.
They do not.
Plus, they don't have legs, so it doesn't really work.
Oh, okay.
They just be waving their arms for help.
What kind of dumb stuff can I ask them to do?
Tell them to kiss.
What? Just shoot the dudes in the courtyard.
Do they look like they're even following my orders?
They have the bows at the ready, and they're just looking at both you and Fenrir.
Atreus is gonna gonna point outside towards the vampires, and they at the vampires is like dispatch these ruffians.
You might want to be more specific than that.
Yeah.
All right, dispatch these vampires.
All of them turn their attention over to the walls and with ghostly arrows shoot outward. This one that was right here is skewered.
Oh no.
The ghostly archers begin to continuously shoot out in little intervals one at a time as the vampires begin trying to clear some distance and create some cover. They're literally hiding behind a Nabasu in order to avoid getting hit by the archers.
What's a Nabasu again? I think I missed this part.
It's these strips.
Those things.
It's like a
The
nose for
monkey,
that, too.
snake monkey. gerbil, whatever.
Snunkies.
Snunkies. Like.
Snunky. Return to Snunky.
No, progress to crab.
You notice though that the vampires are creating more and more room away from your companions there in the centers. They're now at this point going on the defensive rather than the offensive.
Get fucked.
Well, I'd imagine once we start leaving this area, these things are going to deactivate and stop attacking.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
I don't
just
know
try
if
it.
the werewolves want to leave a werewolf to help us with the attack.
That's
I don't
an
know.
idea. I think one
I mean,
werewolf
they can
staying
leave
there is
a
actually
few
a
of
really
them
good
here.
idea.
It doesn't have to be
Well,
just one.
okay, yeah, that's
Oh, yeah, they could just leave a few.
leave, like,
There's a number of us. Perhaps I can leave four of us behind.
yeah, that's a good idea. Actually.
That's a good idea.
Right.
Let's have them keep the be in charge of the assault.
That seems wise. Hopefully the Nabasu won't come down here. But given that there's only one way in, that actually serves to our advantage. And if we keep busy around the castle, I don't think that they can take this fortification back.
We have to be quick. We don't want your strength to disappear, nor do we want them to have silver for you.
Over here, in this room, Andraste, you take a look over at the mirror, and the reflection that it shows is interesting. Because when you look at it, it's you, but your eyes are closed, and it looks like you've nodded off, as if you're asleep.
Or worse, you're dead.
You've been hypnotized.
No matter how you move or what actions you take, it always looks like you're asleep inside of the mirror.
This. It's not. What about this one?
Same thing. All of them seem to reflect something very similar.
What happens?
You do not have Arcana, so this just seems really weird.
Yeah, what happens if I close my eyes?
You can't see yourself.
And Mirror's right there. What happens when I close my eyes?
Finro, you see that their
Your
eyes...
will be closed.
Yeah, their eyes are closed, as it matches more closely with what the mirror resembles. Cabal, you notice it as well. Also, Cabal, you have Arcana, right?
I do have Arcana.
These mirrors do seem magical in some way.
Emoji.
Do they show your deepest desires?
Examine me.
Sleeping? Yeah. That is my biggest desire. Can I go to sleep?
Cabal
If you're
looks
just
at
gonna
her
enter.
and sees if he looks dignified to be, obviously, the leader of the bunch. Does he see himself does he look like the part?
Make a performance check at disadvantage. It's hard to look the part while you're nodding off.
Oh, so I do see something funky on it.
You look, your eyes are still closed in there as well.
Huh?
In the mirrors.
I want to wake myself up. I was like, that's not dignified. Wake up. He goes up and taps on the mirror, try to wake myself up.
No, that's not how you do it. As Atreus looks like he's ready, about to maybe snap one of these mirrors off the wall.
What's wrong with this? Why is it looks around? What's wrong with the mirror? Examine. Mirror.
You examine. You instinctively use your identify spell over on the mirror to see if that gives any clues to its function, and indeed it does. And this mirror is a magic item. And, while it cannot be moved from this space without deactivating, it appears that, as an action, you can take a short rest.
Yo!
Yo!
Hey, yo.
How does that
taking
work?
a short rest is useless for me in most cases because I can't get the my hit dice back. But I could get my second win back.
Yeah, I can get my my boon that I didn't use. Get that back.
Just use it real quick.
It gives me health. I'm at full health.
And
Of note, since I imagine that it is of concern, is that it does seem that the description does state that this can only be used once per long rest.
Yeah, figured. I mean, I still need to get most of my stuff back anyways. I guess particularly my second wind. Because more healing is more healing. So, I'm gonna go ahead and use it.
And before I forget it, because there's one other thing on this very legendary mirror that you've located. This, or rather, set of mirrors, rather, it's not just one mirror. This set of mirrors also, as part of that short rest, allows you to change your attunements instantly.
Oh.
Do we have anything recently that we got that's worth
We got
doing?
that axe.
We just got a
It
bunch
might
of
be.
shit from the.
Is it a returning axe? That's my literal only problem.
Is it Channel Divinity short rest? I could swear it's short rest.
No, Child Divinity is
Got
long
up as
rest.
long.
Harsh. Harsh.
When you use your Channel Divinity, you choose which option to use. You must then finish a short or long rest. Use your Channel Divinity again.
Well,
Not on Paladin Channel Divinity.
That's straight from the Paladin page.
My 5e tilt is lying to me then. Unless it's just a variant.
well, I mean, if the DM says
Oh.
it's short or long rest, then it's short or long rest. The rule is just
Oh.
dictate.
It's the only
Um,
thing a paladin gets back on short rest, so yeah, that's why it's noteworthy.
I'm reading Harness Divine Power, ignore me.
You're ready to harness divine power into the Channel Divinity.
No, because that is variant Channel Divinity.
Right.
You
So I'm gonna
basically
go
get
ahead
stuff
and
back.
just don't mind me. A little bit more health is a little bit more health.
You touch your hand over to the mirror to activate the HVS. As you touch it and use the magical energy within, the mirror's eyes open and you feel refreshed. The mirrors no longer reflect you at all.
Oh, nice. None of them?
None of them. You don't appear as a reflection in any of these mirrors anymore.
You're a vampire. Get him.
I would like to take one of these mirrors home, thank you.
We'll come back for him afterwards.
I think that he specifically mentioned removing them from this place actually removes their magic.
We just gotta
Oh.
all put him back.
Was there a
in
handout for
the
them
place.
somewhere that I missed?
There's
I
not.
think he actually
I just described it because
Yeah,
I figured not taking them with you for that very reason. So I just explained what they do instead.
it was like the literal first sentence before he started explaining what they did.
There were a lot of words. It's fine.
Words are
What?
hard.
I don't know if I was listening. I think I might have been AFK.
All they heard was use action, get short rest.
Yeah, I heard
Ayo.
actually get short rest.
And then Ayo is all that we heard back.
Ayo.
Yeah.
But yes, it's the set of mirrors appears to be a legendary magic item. They cannot be moved from their position. You can use an action to get a short rest back along with changing attunements. You can use this benefit once per long rest.
Well, most of my stuff is refreshed by long rest. Since action surge just recovers now on long rest, and indomitable, my legendary resistance also only work on long rest. So how tragic. Oh well, I'll take what I can get, which is apparently 15 HP.
Well, you can also change. What was it? The thing? Your attunements.
Yes.
Most of my attunements are kind of set.
Yeah, same.
Well, the stable portal was not particularly useful here right now. But I think unattuning it would just mean that all the ones that are inside there would just... Wait, what happens to them when I unattune to a place where the stable portal doesn't even work?
They would just wait and they just be suspended, as in like, They would just be waiting until you were no longer in a spot where that isn't the case, and they would just pop out when it's possible.
Well,
Might
most
be
of them,
worth it.
most of them are currently out anyways, right?
Yes.
So maybe it wouldn't be so bad to unattune to it for now. Does that mean they also lose the charm feature that I have on them?
Which one?
All my mounts are charmed by me while with the stable portal. If I unattune to it, are they no longer charmed by me?
They are no longer charmed by you.
Oh, that's a dangerous one, actually. I think I'd rather have them still charmed by me. It's their only defense against Strahd.
Wait, can Strahd not charm them while you're charming? While you
The
have
thing
them
is
charmed?
that charms don't override charms, basically.
Oh.
So, if he charms my mounts, he can't order the mounts to attack me because my charm is still in effect.
Oh.
They would compete against each other, basically.
Yeah.
But he would just dispel magic Atrius's charm, right?
I thought it was. I don't know.
It's from a magic item, so it just applies like over and over again. Essentially, it's like a passive effect.
Okay. I see.
My mounts are always effectively charmed by me. So even if he did dispel it, they'll be re-charmed by me momentarily, basically.
Fenro, if you can wait just 2 minutes. Unless they're already gone. They're already gone.
Yeah, I kind of really need to sleep too.
Yeah, that's fine. Then, this seems like a reasonable spot to end the session as you find a mirror where people look like they're sleeping inside of it, as you too head to sleep.
Oh, the immersion is real.
Okay, I'm sorry, I kind of like actually took a little nap. So, you said there was a mirror that makes you take a long rest?
Short rest.
Sure.
Yeah. Thanks for joining. We'll be back again next week. Goodbye.
Oh man. Thanks. I had some